can't afford it. Champagne Perrier, finished friends on my face, looking like I'm from the deep. These no Cartiers, pockets deep, 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 bro. I can make it in my seat, bro. Do you, I'm doing me, bro. Making noise, use a beat, bro. Whoa, I press the button and the doors go off like, whoa. That money clip was not a new, now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa. Neighborhood on the scene, neighborhood on the strip, neighborhood be the name, neighborhood no crib, neighborhood that's me, neighborhood that's Nick, neighborhood do the dance, neighborhood do the deal. Okay, thought I'd never make it, like no way, I'm the real deal, no role play. My days off, that's no days. No, I hustle hard, young rose. E be the shooter, that's cold case. Those on the deals, that's brose. Got no pay, on no say. Okay, this the news, tell them read it. Been the one since the fetus. Don't sleep on me, Tempur-Pedic. That's a no, no, no. Spending dope for no reason. Got a ball head, Mr. Cleaner. Heard the big bags overseas, then we gon' go, go, go. Whoa, I press the button and the doors go off like, whoa. That money clip was not a new, now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa. I press the button and the doors go off like, whoa. That money clip was not a new, now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa. I press the button and the doors go up like, whoa. That money clip was not a new, now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa. I hit record a job, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never boring, now you can't afford it. Champagne Perrier, finished friends on my face, looking like I'm from the deep. These no Cartiers, pockets deep, 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 bro. I can make it in my seat, bro. Do you, I'm doing me, bro. Making noise, use a beat, bro. Whoa, I press the button and the doors go off like, whoa. That money clip was not a new, now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa. Neighborhood on the scene, neighborhood on the strip, neighborhood be the name, neighborhood no crib, neighborhood that's me, neighborhood that's Nick, neighborhood do the dance, neighborhood do the deal. Okay, thought I'd never make it, like no way, I'm the real deal, no role play. My days off, that's no days. No, I hustle hard, young rose. E be the shooter, that's cold case. Those on the deals, that's brose. Got no pay, on no say. Okay, this the news, tell them read it. Been the one since the fetus. Don't sleep on me, Tempur-Pedic. That's a no, no, no. Spending dope for no reason. Got a ball head, Mr. Cleaner. Heard the big bags overseas, then we gon' go, go, go. Whoa, I press the button and the doors go off like, whoa. That money clip was not a new, now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa. I press the button and the doors go off like, whoa. That money clip was not a new, now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds.
Beerus, my lord, is there something you wish to say?
Here it comes.
Warning. This is a global blackout. Testing the left speaker. Left. Testing the right speaker. Right. Surround successfully recovered. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for...
Forget about the way it used to be. This is not a damn democracy. We are in a state of emergency, and my word is law. There's only one boss in this place, and that's me, the HNIC.
And what it do, y'all? Once again, it's your boy King Kurt live, and we are back at it again for a very prideful episode of the HNIC. June marks a very momentous month for many a reason, one of which it happens to be Pride Month. So I went out and found the best gays that I could. I'm already fucking this up. Ain't even Jazz's face was the best. Was like, and this is why I don't be coming on here that often.
I just be busy, y'all.
But as y'all can see, we got some new faces. We got some familiar faces. We got some faces that you may have seen but have transitioned into new people.
Crazy.
Transition is. I'm just saying that's the proper verbiage.
Oh God!
Don't do that. Don't look. I openly admit I was born 1982, so I got some shit that I'm still working on. That I rely heavily on others to help me correct. There are plenty of people like me who still need firmer understandings, better understandings, and better acceptance, if you will. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Bro.
I think aside from me, and well, no, I can't say that because Team Ally, I'm out here. I'll be protecting the gays in my family, and I love them. So that means allyship counts. But we have a full panel, as you can see. We already 10 deep in this motherfucker, and we're gonna get into these introductions real quick. But before we do that, there's another reason why June is really, really, really special, and it's because one of my favorite Geminis happens to be celebrating their birthday today, and absolutely does not like being put on the spot and surprised, but in true black fashion, we're gonna put you up right on the big screen.
You just literally took away.
Happy birthday.
Hold on. I got y'all.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
Y'all know the words. Y'all can sing them. Come on.
Happy birthday. Happy
Okay.
Oh, there's not you singing.
Happy birthday.
You better go ahead, boy. You know what?
I'm about to cry. Love that.
I
Period.
did not realize
Beautiful.
how many problematic things are in that one video. It's Kanye. Hell, it's someone wearing a bad boy jacket.
Shit.
Take that.
You know what? Go ahead and just clock out, Kurt.
Yo, y'all see that shit? We did it. Look, wait, I hate to say this. This is why you gotta screen everything. That's Kanye.
Yeah, that's Kanye.
That's Kanye.
Yeah.
His hands over. Dave Chappelle in the corner. And I'm like, oh,
That's Dave.
that's not great. And then just top it off. I don't know who this is. I hope it's not Diddy.
Oh gosh, no.
And bad
For the bad boy shirt.
That's good.
That's why we can't have nice shit.
Good harmonizing though. So
Yeah. So to any future streamers,
good.
definitely screen your videos before you pick a certain topic for the month. Just have some-
Shame.
Right.
Happy
Tisk,
birthday,
tisk.
me!
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
You
Another
took my ability to cuss your ass out, and I'm so upset by it. I said, look at the fucking time. Looky. I ain't got not a motherfucking stories
see.
or Kurt motherfucking thing. He ain't send
Yeah,
no
I
private
knew.
message, no
I,
text, no call. I said, okay,
I knew what I
I'm
was
going to
doing.
bed tonight.
Listen. I got you, man. I knew what I was doing. I was gonna make a spectacle one way or another.
I said, ooh, it was a good next step. It was a
Long.
good.
We've been friends too long for me to fuck up like that. Don't be like that. Somebody got the microphone where they fucking with
Well,
her.
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I hear some
Look, I love
friendship,
a
man.
good audio. I accept all gifts,
Yeah,
audios, visuals, photos.
sex ASMR is wild during Pride Month. That's
Right.
Favorite.
It's
Hey,
good though. Oh shit.
Look, I don't know what I clocked in for, but I'm glad I clocked in.
listen, and we glad you clocked in too. Let's get right
so
to the
is.
introduction. Shit, starting from the bottom, holding it down. Obviously, chivalry isn't dead because my man been holding it down for years. Talk to him, Dens.
Hey, everyone. What's good? What's the deal? How you doing? How you feel? It's your lovely, friendly, beautiful, handsome, bisexual, black chivalrous nerd Denzel, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, happy Pride. And yes, I say happy Pride because for all the pans and the buys and even the demis and the pieces that say we only get half a month, hey, all y'all that hate us,
That's
right
right.
here. Right here.
Period.
I know.
Spit
The
on it and
Dems, the
spit.
buys, and the tries. I'm with it. Bass, living the dream. Talk to him.
I'm Basim the Dream. Yes, I'm still cisgendered and straight, but I am a strong ally, and I will punch a motherfucker in the face for someone that that I love.
I know that's right.
I know that's right. All right. Hello, they. Them name
Don't be a
is
hater all your life.
Blue Pangine. Did I say it right?
No.
Come on. Help me out. They name is Blue Pack.
Nope. Come
Blue
on.
Packing is
Pangine.
crazy.
English is a wonderful. They're
Blue Pack.
they.
Hangine.
All right.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
You
I'm Blue.
That's how I just call you Blue.
Yep, you can call me Blue. My name's Blue Panjam, but you can call me Blue. It's cool. I'm here. I'm queer and yeah.
Get used to it.
Again, got no
Yeah.
choice. We ain't going nowhere. Sorry.
Exactly.
Period.
It's like you look like Miguel if he got a Jerry curl. I like it though.
Oh,
It's giving August Alsina situation shit.
You know what?
No,
Yes, you are giving
It's
August
giving
Alsina.
entanglements.
Yes, or DDT bad hair.
Crazy work.
Crazy work. Y'all, this is like her 5th time being on the episode, 4th or 5th time, and every time she always gives the extra gayness to every single episode that we do, holding it down for the key poly, kink, and lifestyle group. Her name is Forbidden, but if you got the right code,
Slow down.
geek code. Forbidden. Go ahead and talk to him.
Hi, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? My name is Forbidden Sphinx. I'm the lyrical seductress, co-owner and creator of the Key. According to Kurt, I'm an overqualified gay, so I don't
tell
know.
me. You're not supposed to tell people I said that.
Nope, too bad.
They gonna kick you off
So
the internet, Kurt.
Overqualified as wow.
The
I
fact
mean,
that
I guess
I
how I
love
feel
it,
about
Kurt.
that.
I'm sorry.
I
I've
mean, I
lost
kind
my
of like
internet
it a
card.
little bit.
Put that on a shirt quick, honestly.
Facts.
Hey,
Oh, you know
Overqualified
it.
gay. Yep.
It's listen. I'm already in the process of making my pride stuff. My whole outfit gonna say overqualified gay. Let me show
I love
you.
Marketing, baby. That's what I'm here for, to advance the culture of the LGBTQ plus. I said it right.
You're not spinning that. Not
Come
even
on, man.
on
All
the
right.
record.
God
Not
damn
even.
it. I'm doing the best I can. Shit. Well, thank you, Forbidden, for pulling up on us. And you are an overqualified game.
Listen, it's always a pleasure.
Listen, holding it down. You're giving that cool Caribbean breeze. And ooh, you got the hand waves. The hand waves. I know that's
You already know.
And another person who I'm super happy to see because life be lifing, and sometimes you never know what people go through to get and do these kind of shows with us. Murder, talk to him.
Well, please excuse the barking dog. You feel like coming back to me?
I'm about to say, you got the bitches back there. Okay, all right.
Yeah, but
Got the bitches back.
Oh no.
I got a squad of bitches and I'm here for it.
Love it.
Got them bitches in the back. All right. Nicole, were you done doing the ASMR sex noises back there? We heard you. Had to get one in real quick.
You're muted.
You on mute, Pookie.
Don't try to mute it now. It's too late. You got some audio issues. All right. Work on those audio issues and we'll come back.
Just got on the mic.
Hey, listen, sometimes that's what happens, and it'll short it right out. I know. You got to have a little plastic guard over there.
You gotta keep a wet wipe on standby.
Yeah, listen, if you watch the last 2 episodes, we have a lot of squirters in our team. I won't
Mind your business.
That's a part of gayness, ain't it?
Who said that?
What?
Me.
Who said that?
Me.
He did.
Me.
Move on. Go ahead and move on. Go ahead.
All right.
You're telling everybody business.
They told
They told their own business. He's just repeating. He's just repeating it. I was here for the business being told initially. What we not going to do.
Baz,
you're acting non-ally right now for the just saying.
Listen,
a safe space,
If you're telling
yo.
your own business, more power to you.
That's all
Somebody
I'm
else
saying.
telling your business.
If you're a
is
water
out of line.
Pokemon and you told it 2 episodes ago, that ain't my fault. I'm just repeating it for Pride Month.
I'm a Pisces and an Aries. It's hot and warm and wet. I don't
use water gun.
Listen, speaking of water Pokemon,
straight out the
Jazz
water
here, some
hose
of 'em
on a summer day.
Yo, water Pokemon, yo.
Listen. Some say jazz is an acquired taste, but goddamn, when the music plays, if you ain't grooving, you are losing. From the sexually,
you know what?
Okay, that was smooth. That
was smooth.
That
was smooth.
You got points. You got points.
That was smooth.
That was smooth, Kurt.
I be redeeming myself for my fuck shit. From the Sexually Speaking podcast. What I tell you, I'm super excited to have her on because she is always a resource for so many things, especially in the LGBTQ plus community, especially the kink and poly community. We have some of the most interesting discussions, whether they be heated or informative. And I can't wait to get into this because one of the things that I love about these particular streams is there's so much education in behind the humor and the content and the communication. So Jazz, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm your fancy fetish lady, Miss J. But for today, you can call me Jazz. A little informal. Pretty much, I'm from Sexually Speaking. We are a kinky conversation and lifestyle breakdown podcast. Pretty much it. If you want to get kinky online and talk about it, it's a safe space for everybody, BIPOC, and we are primarily only BIPOC individuals. We try to focus our things on Black and brown people to let them know we have spaces, all that good shit, because we're here and they're not going to erase us, and we don't need other spaces. We can build our own.
I know that's right. So make sure y'all
Talk your
support.
shit.
Please make sure y'all go and support. They have events and they have their own streams, own podcast, and it's really important that we have overlap in these moments. If you see somebody on this panel and they have a group or a community or they do content, please make sure you go over there and subscribe and support because that helps us grow. Murder, you ready? All right.
Yep, I'm big ready.
You shut that bitch up.
Listen, first of all, that was a male dog. You are not gonna.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. Half the bitches I know are male.
Huh?
Yeah. That's my girl.
Oh, she I see somebody didn't miss a beat. All right, cool.
Right.
Y'all missed me, baby.
I missed you, Meek.
A mess.
So talk to her, Murder. Introduce yourself,
All
please.
right. Wagwan, everybody. You know, say out of your favorite set of titties.
Yeah.
It's your girl Carolyn C. Murder coming at you from my noisy household. But anyways, I'm here. I'm excited to talk to y'all about the LGBTQ plus community. Pride Month. Happy Pride Month to y'all.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, and yeah. I don't know. I'm ready. Plus, I'm Jamaican, and we're not supposed to.
That's
But I
what. That's one of the reasons why I'm excited for it, because you represent
Yeah,
a culture
I don't
where
care.
it's still kind of
I'm down
taboo.
for it.
Also, Murder serves as our medical advisor. I'm not gonna get into what she do, but if you got medical questions, if them yams is burning.
Crying.
Go to a doctor.
No comment.
She can let you know what penicillin you need to get.
Yes, I can do all of
Some
that.
shit out there, penicillin can't cure, baby.
Please
You
be
ain't-
safe. Wear condoms. Love y'all.
Yes, no matter where you are on the spectrum. All right, Angel Nicole, you good
Spectrum?
down there
What?
now?
All right, I can hear y'all now.
Okay, all right, there we go. All right, all right. Angel Nicole, could you please be so kind as to introduce yourself?
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Angel Nicole. I'm one of the moderators and the key. And I grew up in a very interesting background that I wasn't allowed to like girls. So yeah, I'm definitely here for Pride Month.
So, are you allowed to like girls now?
Am I allowed what?
Are you allowed to
She
like
grown
girls
now,
now?
baby.
I am a grown ass woman.
Period. Right.
I listen. I stopped caring at 22. Fuck that.
So do you love women as much as you love men?
That's not fair.
I'm asking questions.
I feel
Both
like
bring different attributes to the table.
exactly. Why are you gonna make
Don't
me
make me
choose?
choose. I'm
So you
greedy.
multifaceted. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna get it. We
I was about to say, Kurt, you
I'm
nosy
moving
ass.
on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
Minding
on the spot.
everybody business but his own.
See, he
Listen, I ain't got no
digging.
business to tell. I'm boring. Yo, I don't do nothing. I'm straight
The
vanilla.
lies.
What?
The audacity.
Why are you lying on the people them internet?
I'm so
What Cat Williams
boring.
say? Do you know
Sir,
we can see you?
you took out paddles and
Thank
some
you.
other
Whoa,
stuff.
whoa.
Didn't he have the rope wrapped around his wrist?
So back to Shiv being on the panel. Nicole,
That's
a goddamn shame.
none
I'm
of
the
my
wrong one to be
goddamn
bringing back
business.
on the panel, sir.
Like, look, we got Blue on the panel. Y'all gotta chill. Anywho, one of my
Y'all
absolute
gotta
favorite cousins.
chill with the glasses and shades and
This
facial
has been
hair.
such a long reprieve since we had the infamous one pull up on us, her and her paid actors. But it is refreshing to see one of my favorite people on this motherfucking nerve holding it down with us once again. Meek, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I am the infamous Meek. My titties are paid actors. I am here for the gays, the theys, the thems, the whoever. My pendulum swings to whatever makes my giblets feel good. I grew up in a household where coming out meant I was going to hell. And if the Old Testament qualifies you as an abomination, go ahead and make some noise for me. Also, if anybody would like to buy me a drink, my Cash App is located right there, baby. And this is my first time back, so I plan on getting fucked up tonight.
Oh,
There
hell
you
yeah.
go. There you go. There you go.
I'm gonna
Now,
buy you a drink.
we already know our favorite. As always, this individual helps me to maintain my sanity while also simultaneously driving me crazy. So that is an interesting dynamic with our friendship. But whenever I need advice, I absolutely go to her first and then I don't listen. So thankfully, don't be like me. Definitely take her advice, especially with all things mental health and getting your shit together. Meek, could you please introduce yourself, please?
That's the fact that I never invoice your ass that be burning me the fuck up.
Because you know I'm not
I
paying.
am,
I
I'm
refuse.
in the whole something serious. No pun
Listen, you
intended.
used to be a Cash
Fucking
App
with
request.
you.
Decline block.
Anyway, it's your girl Mika ATS from the formal podcast or the Smoke with Simone and Meek.
Evil
With
twin,
that,
evil twin.
yes, yes. It is my birthday. Today I'm gonna stick around a little bit more on the casting, not the public side. Y'all don't want that. I'm trying to behave. I am rocking my Love is Love
Yep.
today.
Aww.
Sure.
Try not to be.
And I'm gay every day,
As
baby.
a little treat to yourself.
This is my motherfucking
You trying to get us in trouble? Get that
living
shit
room,
off
Yes.
You won't get in trouble when it's animated.
What you mean?
living room
Animated
world,
sex,
baby.
so we can show animated
I put a
scissoring.
whole set of titties in the
First
camera.
of all, that is not sex.
Is that an areola? God.
Okay.
Oh, it
Actually, it
gotta be.
is.
Only if
It-
you lucky.
It's a commission. It's a commission
The
piece.
areola gonna cost you.
So
Stop!
it's
It's
a
my
commission
baby's
piece.
birthday.
I
Let her
will,
know.
give y'all deets about the artist, queer artist, queer black artist that commissioned that piece for me. Love her. Have another piece by her as well that I definitely will not post here because we will get canceled. But she's beautiful, wonderful. I'm here representing the pan folks, pansexual. So if you don't know what that is, it basically means I have no picks. If I like you, I like you, and it is what it is. The difference between us and bisexuals, because I get that question often. Bisexuals could be attracted to more than one gender. I'm connected to whomever. So, a little bit of a difference there on the scale. But like I said, love is love. And I just want to have a good time.
All right. Well, we're gonna have a good goddamn time. And of
You
course,
make my giblets
last but
warm.
absolutely not least, holding it down, the one to clone my doppelganger. And she's always talking about how she about to get a girlfriend and kick these niggas to the side. This your month, boo. This your month to do it. You gonna find you a nice little bitty?
We gonna see.
We gonna see.
Tef, let me know,
I know
baby.
that's right.
I
They
watch
don't do
clothes,
nice,
I cook
though.
dinner. I
What
watch
you mean?
kids.
Because they just like niggas.
I was about to say you gonna learn.
The ones
Mm-hmm.
I'm attracted to act too much like niggas.
Yeah,
That's same.
That's because you like niggas.
No,
That's
You
not how that works.
yeah, that's kind of what that means.
I don't like
Listen,
niggas.
I mean, that's what it means for me. I mean,
I love, and all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna let you introduce this show, but I always find people who pick bad partners consecutively and then blame other entities other than themselves.
That's not this show. Go ahead.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
What I got to do with this
That's
thing?
the goddamn
Because I
show
know
it
it's
is.
me.
If you pick five
not, and this
narcissists
is
in a
not-
row, something wrong with you. If you
I didn't know that this show was judging everybody.
wait a minute.
Well, what's wrong with the motherfuckers that pick you?
You're not gonna tell that.
You didn't check the whole facts. All right.
Oh,
So,
go ahead.
could you please?
The
He
nerve. He love telling people how he not a hoe and he not ran through.
Print
Okay,
his
Prince,
out.
But this is my
Matilda's
reputation,
dad.
so I go with it because it gets me paid.
He fix up some
Or
shit and have
something.
you buying it, and then it get off the road and break down.
Yup.
Kurt is
I'm
Matilda's
a
dad.
salvage title.
He a lemon.
Not a lemon.
Y'all heard him in first.
Hold on.
He a
Hold
lemon.
on. What we not gonna do is I am not a lemon. I will absolutely get you from point A to point B.
You right, he aligned.
But you on your way to get that.
But you are leasing me. I will have another owner.
Listen, and the ride finna be trash. It's finna
Yes.
be a terrible ride the whole
Just
way.
consider me ride share, and you get a better sense.
Fucking
Go ahead,
Toro.
Uber.
Kurt Toro.
I'm here to help the community. Heffy,
Skip the
The
line.
community will be all right without you.
please get
I'm
us
so
started.
disgusted at this part. Like y'all tripping. No, you tripping.
What's up, guys? It is at Steffi Wonder here, your wonderful melanated mocha-fied merge on. Happy Pride to everyone. Listen, I've been living for all your little Pride posts, especially that one that goes, "Wake up, bitches! Today is Pride." I popped out of the bed. I was like, "Yes,
Yeah.
yes." So, so excited again to be having everybody on. Make sure y'all go to our website, HeadNerdsInCharge.com, sign up for our email list. This nigga not doing Philly funniest, but I'm sure we come up with something to do for y'all to put on our website. So go there, sign up get some of our dope ass merch before Trump decides to enforce these tariffs for real.
Yo, yeah, Freudian slip. That Freudian slip.
Okay, I'm gonna sit.
Listen,
Go ahead, Taffy.
Listen, t-shirts, hats, hoodies, bras, draws, you know the rest. Father's Day is coming up. Get your nerdy dad some nerdy merch. Sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/HeadNerdsInCharge.
All right. Woo, we got a hell of a show for you tonight, and we will be bringing up comments and questions from the community to ask the panel. We have some topics from the panel, but first and foremost, let's get a better understanding of our panel. For those that feel comfortable, I'm going to go one by one and just tell me briefly how you identify and what is one of the reasons you wanted to be a part of this particular panel for Pride Month. And I'm going to start with you, Nicole.
Gosh, okay. I identify as she, her. I grew up in a very religious household where it was like, oh no, women are supposed to like men are supposed to like women, and you save your body for your husband. So it was a very interesting transition.
Okay. And what is your orientation, if you don't mind me asking? Where on the LGBTQ plus do you fall?
I hate labels, but I mean, if we have to use them, I guess I would be the B.
The B. Oh, okay. All right. So, you know what? I'll save that question because for me, what's the difference between queer and bi? And that's open to anybody.
Queer is like a spectrum.
Okay.
Think autism, right? Queer, you can fall anywhere in that spectrum. You can be curious all the way down to being flamboyantly flaming gay. Whereas being bisexual is a decision. It is a stance that I like.
Something definitive.
More than one gender.
It's more definitive because bisexual means two. So if you're a person like Kurt, where you said like I grew up in a earlier generation where man was man and woman was woman, right? That's where bisexual comes from, is that you liked men and women. These days, what identifies as a man and what identifies as a woman is anybody's guess. But bisexual is taking a stance that I like both sexes.
Okay. All right. That works for me. Denzel, talk to me.
Well, I am bisexual. And actually, we are approaching almost 3 years to the day that I came out as bisexual.
Ooh.
So we got like less than 2 weeks to go before it is my official 3-year anniversary of me coming out as bisexual. And my pronouns are he, him. And I've been more happier ever since I came out than I've ever been.
I know that's right. Denzel out here double dipping. All right, Bass, talk to me.
What the fuck?
I identify as straight. I likes the women, but I am a total ally. I grew up in a situation in a household where my first cousin was gay and out of the closet. My second cousin was gay and out of the closet. So my family was very accepting. I didn't go through the anti-gay in my household. That just wasn't a thing. And in my family, it just wasn't an issue. So I was raised to be accepting. So I became an ally. Used my strength to fight for the good fight.
Beautiful. Blue.
There you go. Right there. Hi, yeah. I identify they them. I use they them pronouns. I am not a drag king. I'm a drag thing. Because I go by the they them pronouns. It's all aspects
Oh, now
of
you
the
got new
spectrum.
shit. Wait a
No,
minute. Hold the fuck
look,
up. Wait a minute.
look.
It's ever
Just
growing.
adapt and move on.
Yes, it's all about
Evolution.
No,
learning and
is that
growing.
legitimate? Is that in the
Yes,
gay
it's
lexicon or did you make that up?
Yes,
If
no, I
they
did not
said it,
make
it's a
that
real
up.
It's
thing.
ever evolving.
Period.
Like,
They say it, it's a real thing. It's simple. You're not
Period.
questioning people on pride.
Oh, you're right.
I know
All
that's
right.
right.
That's it.
That's
I
right.
know that's right.
That was a real check. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. You're right.
Love you. I love everybody.
No. That's a.
Okay,
But
love
this
you.
is
Bye.
this helps me to learn because
Mhm.
Blue, I know you. You be
Cause you
fucking up.
elderly.
that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah, it ain't had nothing to do with people. It's because I know this nigga. You done came up with some
Cause
shit.
mhm.
So you said you're a drag thing.
Yes,
Hmm, okay, all right. I appreciate your insight.
of course.
Still gonna talk to your mama. Forbidden.
Yo, relax. Chill.
Yes.
how, 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 how do you identify, and what made you want to be a part of this panel?
Wait, y'all can see me?
Mhm.
My titties what made her want to be a part. What you mean?
Mm, this is my favorite part of these discussions. Let me shut up. Now, this is
Alright,
serious. We
Discuss
so
deeply
educating
with you
tonight.
now. Come on.
That was 2 episodes ago. Should have been on the nasty episode. Come on, Forbidden.
Mind your business. I'm nasty every episode.
I mean, I'm bi-romantically involved with women.
Okay.
Sexually, I could deal with both. I really can't deal with men right now. So I'm a STEM in the lesbian world, I guess. I practice in both masculine and feminine energies. So I'm
Could
just
you
me.
explain to me what a STEM is?
Basically, I don't know when the
A
lesbians
stud and a fem.
decided.
Calm down.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's
Thank you.
literally aggressive females. That's really what it is. If you want
I
to go
don't like.
old school, that's what it
Well, not
is.
every aggressive female is a
No,
stud.
not every aggressive female does not. But what I'm talking about is the ability to channel both energies. It's not just
Mm,
about clothes. It's
gotcha.
about what you present to the world. That's why I say that.
Okay.
I
So
just learned something. That's a new term. I like that.
I got that. So you can
Right?
wear Tim's and fitted hat
absolutely.
and then switch it up and have
That's us speaking with the big
heels
dick
and a gown.
energy.
And it's like you said, it's not the clothes, but it's also what you
No,
radiate.
it's absolutely like if I'm in a room with my equals, and I mean that both male and female, I can cater to both. I can be soft and I can be hard when I need to be, depending on who I'm with. And I
Good,
can
good.
channel it effortlessly, so it's not a problem.
Got you. All right. Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you. See, educate. We be learning shit. All right, Jazz, talk to me. How do you
I
identify?
am. My pronouns are she, her. Um, I am pansexual, poly, and I say that because there's a thing that we're going to talk about later about it. But also, yeah, I guess one of the reasons I want to be on here for this conversation, I grew up in a time where we were forced not to talk about, being gay or anything. They don't exist. It's just something that auntie's just living with her friend. Uncle's
Mhm.
only living with their friend. Nobody lives with nothing.
Hmm.
Uh, but I was always the curious kid too. It was like, that doesn't sound right because I see them hugging and that looks more like that. I never questioned it. I always loved love. Uh, I definitely went on my journey of being what I identified as a bisexual person, and then went on that journey and found out more identifying with myself would be pansexual. Because of the evolution, like I said, if we're going back to the discussion of back in our day, like I'm in 89, but very early 90s, we grew up with a man is a man, woman is a woman. There's nothing in between.
Right.
Um, and so, that's why I thought bisexuality was more my thing. But then I realized, like, I love everybody and anything. I don't care what you identify as.
Mhm.
It's literally your energy. It's all that stuff. I do want to touch base too, is that like we're talking about the energies with relationships. Uh, I've dated women, and it's one of those situations for men. I don't care. Like, I'll approach a man, no issue. I'm chill with men, but when it comes to women, I feel like they're the most unobtainable thing in a good way, because I feel like a lot of the women, especially I approach, are like the most precious thing ever. And they could be the hoodish chick, they could be the softest princess, they could be whatever. And I'm just like, she is just the most beautiful, amazing thing. Whatever she needs, please give it to her. Give her my paycheck. And men,
So
I'm
you
just
out
like,
here rooting
nah, I'm good.
for us.
Huh?
Treat these women good. Damn it.
I do. No, I do. Like, it's one of those things too, not to overtalk, but like my most recent girlfriend, that was like one of our jokes, is that nobody wanted to be the broke man in the relationship. So to we would fight to
Because I can
be
be
the
everything but a
person.
broke nigga.
Exactly. And that was the thing.
Oh,
Like, we used to
absolutely.
have competitions like who's going to make the reservation, who's going to pay the bill, who's going to buy this, do this, who's going to do that. And it would be a situation where, like, that was the only negative thing we had in our relationship. Where it's like, why the fuck did you pay the bill? I'm like, baby, it's for you. It's your birthday. No, bitch. I'm taking care of you. And I was like, what, man? Like I said, not now, but like my track record with men in the past, like, you have to fight with them more to acknowledge what your worth is. And with all that with women, we already know what that is most of the time. I don't have to deal with that with women. I look at a woman, I see what she works for. I'm like, I want to take care of her. And I do for my man too, but men make it hard. Y'all make it hard sometimes, bro.
Don't
I'm sorry.
stereotype us.
We're
I'm
not a
not.
monolith.
I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm just saying, no. Wait a minute. I said the men I have dealt with, not
This
you
is true.
guys,
This is
not
true.
everybody else. I said the men I have dealt with.
This is true.
There you
Perspective
go.
is
It
based
either,
on
but I'm just saying
experience.
there's other good men out there.
No, I know. I have
Somewhere.
one. I love him.
Somewhere.
He ain't going nowhere.
I know that's
So,
she said I got him locked in. Murder, talk to
oh,
me.
he knows.
All right, hi everyone. So I am she, her. I identify as heterosexual.
Okay.
Yep. Sometimes you'll see
I
me
heard
like,
the collective sigh. I heard,
Aw.
yeah. So yeah, I guess I don't know. Maybe I am like. All
don't
right.
tease
Here's the
them,
thing.
because you be lying to these women.
Because don't
You
play.
get
I
the
don't lie.
dancing. You get the
First of
dancing
all,
on them. They be like, Kurt, I'm like, don't
I
even
don't
do it.
lie.
I be like,
I don't
let it
lie.
go.
The
Let it
thing
go.
is, I'm friendly and I love people. This is why
Friendly
I'm
too, work.
here. I love everyone. Now, I'm here to be the Caribbean representation of the ones that get it. Okay. There's people like in the Caribbean that are very much against anything that is not black and white. So, me, there are people like me who really do not look at, you know, what your gender is, what you identify as. They look at you as a person. And me, I grew up living a life where I didn't even know what all this stuff was because I was being shielded, like sheltered from that type of lifestyle. And when I started going to college, I started seeing more people of different types. Like, I thought maybe gay was the only thing that existed, but no. Now I know there's more to it than that. So I just love you all, and that's it. That's just it.
Okay, so you're coming in as an ally.
I like dick though. I like dick.
Ally.
That can be arranged.
Ally and
That's the thing. Yeah, I guess we all got
one
You
thing
know
I
that
did
you could buy a dick though. Don't just say you like
Word,
dick. You
word,
can buy a
the
dick.
dick
I
don't
like
make
dick.
the
I
difference.
know. To be honest, I might be pandictual. I don't even know how to come.
Vindictual.
On that
Let's
note,
explore.
I'm not doing this with her tonight. I'm pandictual.
Stop.
Just
I need that on the shirt
Bring
too.
her
I'm
I
not
back.
even
need
lying.
pansexual.
No,
I
fuck with
need
That's
that.
what
that
we
on the
I
fucking
doing.
fuck
shirt.
with that.
I don't
Oh
care. I
no,
want
that's
it.
the shirt I need.
I'll put her in the
Pandictual.
shadow realm for a little bit while she
Like a shadow realm.
think about what she
Listen,
just
she's
said.
just giving us new merch ideas, Kurt. Come on, man.
Exactly.
I like it.
I'm not getting canceled behind you, Negroes. All right, Infamous Meek could talk to us.
Hello, everybody. I am the infamous Meek. I grew up in the 90s where being anything other than a straight Christian woman meant that you were going to hell. Um, my pendulum swings both ways. Back in my day, I was known as a bisexual. These days, I think I am considered a pansexual switch. I'm mommy or daddy, depending on what you need in the situation. I am also quite submissive. In the words of Miss Jill Scott, if you can tell me what to do, then you can
Tell
tell
me
me
what
what to
to
do. But if
do.
you can't tell me what to do, then you can't
You
tell
can't
me
tell
what
me
to
what
do.
to do.
And you're gonna listen to what I say you do.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
Denzel,
I'm not even
Denzel
sure.
slipping ass.
I'm sorry. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Like, make me.
just wait till
Oh,
after the show. Yes, mommy.
Um so I'm not honestly sure these days what I am considered. I have always just liked what I liked. I'm a firstborn daughter. Um,
Mhm.
so I like what I like, and if that's what I want, then that's what I'm gonna go get.
Mm.
Um, my mother actually did have a hard time with me coming out, but I think that's more so because I came out in ninth grade, the time where she was expecting me to start dating and start bringing boys home and stuff. And I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was like, "This isn't what I prepared for. This is not what I was ready for." But she has adapted now at 35 years old. My mother is what I consider Southern acceptance of what I am, what I like, what I do. Is things are different in the South, baby. I won't
She
go any
knows and
further into
acknowledges, but doesn't
explanation
openly
because that's
talk
a
about it.
whole other show. Right. Well, and absolutely. So when we're sitting around the dinner table, the TV, whatever, at my mom's house chilling on a Friday night, she will absolutely ask me like, "So what is it like to have a girl lick your coochie?" But at church, we don't
I
we
love
don't
that
talk
though.
about these things. These
No.
Do you talk about eating
so
coochie at church? I guess you could.
I could. I mean,
I
if
mean,
ain't that what church
the
is for?
Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
We've had this conversation
Are
at
you
church, and
calling
I'm
it
I
an
not
mean,
drunk
they
offering?
enough
do
yet.
call it open the floodgates of heaven.
Offering.
Yeah,
Yes, offering.
Again,
it's,
Kurt, we've had this conversation, and I'm not drunk enough yet.
I'm just saying. He said,
Hold
"Taste and see that I'm good." So I don't know how you
baby,
taste the
didn't he?
Lord. Yeah,
Didn't he? Something about a burning bush. I don't know.
I,
Yeah.
that's that anyway.
Um,
Go ahead, me.
but anyways, yes. So these days, I genuinely am not sure what I am considered. If it make me feel good, it make me feel good. Like Meek said, that's why she's my twin. Um, baby, if it makes my giblets warm, then baby,
You
put
feel
them in
like
the
you.
crock pot. I don't care.
I know
I
that's
don't.
right. Look, you know I love a good crock pot giblet. God damn it.
4 hour
Look,
simmer.
tender
Look,
falling off the bone. Look,
fall off the
Mm,
There
bone.
you
Eat
go.
it out
mm.
the frame. Anyway,
sop it up, baby.
And now I'm
me,
hungry again. Good
Hey,
Lord.
yeah, I don't know. I'm hungry and horny at the same time. It's weird.
Stop.
Me, you gave us a kind of a synopsis of pansexualism. Um, I don't. We already got an idea of how you identify, but what made you draw that conclusion? Why was that the orientation you settled on, as opposed to any of the other spectrums in the LGBTQ plus community?
which make you sucking some dick?
You,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. You're gonna have to work that out.
yeah, I know. Well, no, because you'll
Right, we're
notice
gonna have to
I
put
call
some
her infamous.
emphasis on hers.
Yeah, I say infamous, and then I call you Meek. So
Okay, respect, respect. So I identify as she, her, and girl. What the fuck? Um, because
Cause
growing up,
sometimes
I always had what people considered a more masculine presenting attitude. Forbidden mentioned kind of something about it. You were talking about STEM, and I don't identify as STEM, but back in that time, they didn't have that terminology. So forever in my life, people were like, "I always thought you was gay. I always thought you was gay. I always thought you was gay." Meanwhile, they think they don't have to watch their niggas, like shit like that. I'm like, okay. I love androgyny. I'm very androgynous. I love showing up, in my feminine way, but I feel most comfortable, quite honestly, what people would consider looking like a nigga. That's just always been kind of my thing. But Kurt, you've seen me look like a girl, quote unquote, before. Like,
yeah,
I could
I
do
told you
that
for the
too.
longest time.
Um,
I didn't even know you were into guys until like you got married. I was like,
I
oh
know.
shit. I was like, okay.
Shit. You're
This
not
is
the
nice.
only one. Crushing dreams and giving out hope. So my upbringing was very interesting. I'm also a firstborn daughter. I'm an only child though. and from a very much older mother. So I mean, she's like, I ain't even want to have no kids. Fuck out of here. But ta-da. So I grew up around a lot of like older folks that lived through some shit. Lived through free love and all of that shit. Open kind of like relationships and the sex and all that stuff. And my mom was very, very open with me about that time. And I think more so to my benefit than to my detriment. But she, kind of exposed me to all types of people. I had uncles that was aunts and all types of shit like that. And so it wasn't different to me. I never questioned it because it was my reality. It was my truth. And so that on top of, kind of, I didn't really fight the air about people saying I was gay. I was just kind of like, it is what it is. It wasn't until I was about maybe 19 or so, I had a job, and I'll try to make this quick, with a young lady.
Yes, please.
This white girl, don't do that, that I work with very closely. And she identified as gay, or at least I thought she did. She had a wife and all these things. And again, we have this linear mind at that time, right? Where we don't understand anything beyond what we understand. And she kind of had this flirty thing with me and eventually kind of like, I guess got up the nerve to say something to me about it. And I'm like, I don't like women. Like, I'm good. And she's like, no, it's not about you being a woman. I like your energy. You know what I mean? I fuck with your vibe. Like it's your, the way you present, the way you make me feel type shit. And that had me thinking like, wait a minute, people do that? I thought it was supposed to be this, or, or this. And ever since then, and I have never been able to contact this woman again, but to tell her how she changed my life, because she changed my perspective on, the world, right? The world's lens, and it goes beyond the things that we've been taught. So ever since then, I kind of adopted the pansexual identity because I recognize those things in me as well. I fuck with the energy. I love people. I love, so it didn't matter what the outer shell looked like. It's about how I feel about you. So that's basically why I wanted to be here to kind of talk a little bit about that.
Okay, cool. Teffy Wonder, round it up.
Nigga, I don't know.
That's okay.
Teffy, my pronouns are a fucking problem.
Everybody's a fucking problem.
This mouth.
Love her. Love her.
I am biromantic, but I do mostly date men, mostly because that's who approaches me. And I find women similar to Jazz. I find women like almost too precious. I feel like I don't measure up. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not exactly there. I want to treat you like so. I want to treat you like a princess and put you on a pedestal because that's kind of how I would want to be treated by a partner. Exactly. But I'm like, so I just feel like I don't measure up to women like in that way. I had uncles who were gay, but that wasn't a thing. I mean, it was a thing, but it wasn't like something that people said. They'd be like, "Oh, he's just sweet," or "He got sugar in his tank," and I'd be like, I'd be like, "Oh, I want to be sweet," and they'd be like, "No, you don't." I'd be like, "What the fuck?" I don't get it. Being like candy is sweet and candy tastes good. I don't fucking get what you're talking about.
I feel like men got to be gay before women.
Yeah, but it's weird because like as somebody who was being exposed to porn at a young age, I'm like, why is it cool when two girls kiss each other but not when they actually love each other and like each other and want to be together? So
like society says it's not normal.
Because it ain't gratifying me. I'm sorry.
Right, because once he busted nut, he got clarity and he don't think y'all should still be together.
Talking. I'm sorry, my people.
Right. So
now they're bringing out the Bible and shit. Get the fuck out.
Right. It's just the heteronormative bullshit.
Right. So that's where I found it really hard to like navigate my sexuality and what it was, because I was like, I don't want to be exploitative of women that I'm attracted to just because I'm doing something for like the male gaze. And it's like it took a while for me to be like, no, like this is what the fuck I like, and it's okay that I like that. I consider myself like a late bloomer, like in that way. So I find myself like shrinking in LGBTQ spaces just because like I feel like in a way that like I don't measure up, or like I'm being othered, like
there yet.
Right, like I just feel like I don't deserve to take up space because like I don't have the same struggles as them.
There's
then
a
also
See,
crazy.
and I feel
most
like that
Wait,
means
hold
you
on, hold
should
on. Let her
take up
finish.
more
No,
space.
go ahead.
I
Just let her
agree.
No, go ahead.
You need
Hold on,
to be
before
present.
before we interject, let's let her finish,
Go ahead.
yeah.
and then we can
No,
get to the
and
discussion
again,
part of things.
yeah. No, and again, because a lot of my relationships are hetero passing, and I'm like, sir, I would leave you for a woman much faster than I would leave you for another nigga. Please believe that. But men get mad when you say shit like that. And I'm like, I don't know
Yeah,
what to
what?
tell you. Like, but again, because my relationships are hetero passing, and I'm like, it's one of those things where I'm just like, I'm like, hi, I'm like you, but I say it really quietly. I'm like, I like you, I'm like you, and like big fan of like all things that are like super gay, but like I'm like super gay from like not inside the closet, but like maybe standing right outside it, like
So you still on your journey?
She in the
yeah.
pantry.
So you're in the
In the pantry.
you're not out the closet, but you
I
got
got
the door
like
cracked.
1 foot in, 1 foot out, like sort of
Gotcha.
thing. It's weird because
All right.
like I told my
You
sister
buy
who
closeted.
no, it's challenging for
Kurt,
me.
go to
I
hell.
told
What?
Kurt,
Go
go
ahead.
to
I'm
hell.
almost sure
What
I'm
do
already
you
there. But go ahead.
What the hell?
no, I was saying so I told my sister who's a lesbian that I'm attracted to women, and she acted like offended, and I was like,
She's like, that's
bitch,
my thing.
I'm
Excuse
right,
me.
and I was like there's
The
enough
audacity.
bitches to go around. Like I didn't know what to say. And it just made me again, it just made me feel other than weird. And this is like a blood relative of mine. Like, and you thought I would like she would be cool and she wasn't. And that might be she have her own struggles with dating. I was like, bitch, I'm not offended. I'm not about to take bitches from you. Like this is it's just
She thought she was after her roster.
what she would need a roster first, like, but
All right, we'll fix family problems.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. We'll fix family problems on another episode.
yeah,
Thank you.
it's just again, so that's why
Fix
I'd
it
be
the
like,
other.
I'm like,
They got
I'd be like, I'm lowercase bi. It's fine.
Okay.
No, okay,
So you're like
So,
by
so
the
we,
closet.
we can set some parameters for the rest of this show.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, we have about an hour. So,
You got
yes,
the wrong bitches on
passionate,
here for that,
love
Kurt.
it. Stories,
Ain't
All
nobody
these
tell you to
absolutely
take
get
an
it.
hour doing
All these
introductions.
gays.
Well, it's 10 of us. I'm doing the best I can with all the gays.
You better.
God damn it, y'all love to talk.
Oh,
I'm not. Tell me if I'm just stating the inconvenient truth. God damn it. I understand. We
on
go.
Pride
Look at
Month. That's
Denzel looking up.
wild.
I'm
That's
just saying,
wild.
everybody love to talk, but the gays really love to talk. All right.
Yeah,
This is-
streaming Zaddy. We can make your life easier.
Thank you. That's all I see. That's how you talk. And she don't even mean it, but I love it.
It's the switch in me. I'm sorry.
I got questions from people outside the community that wanted to utilize this panel to answer them.
Mhm.
Some of the questions. First, if anybody is triggered or uncomfortable with some of the questions, please you do not have to interject. I did vet them so that they're not ignorant. And I made sure that it truly came from an inquisitive place. I love Jazz set up like, here these niggas go.
I'm ready. I'm fucking ready.
Here we fucking go. So for the panel,
Go ahead, take
let's
this shot here.
You know what? I was going to wait to play the game, but I'm gonna do something light before we get into something heavy. Is that okay?
Always.
All right. We're gonna play. We're gonna play a quick 20 questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time.
All right, folks. This is the game. It's 20 questions. I have 20 rapid fire questions. I want you to rank the gayness of the statement by a little gay, or big gay energy.
Oh my.
Understanding that it is not in a negative connotation. It is supposed to be fun.
We are going on a list tonight.
I don't know what your version of fun really means.
Why am I getting canceled again? I know Tef put it up there. Why am I getting canceled
I
again?
said all of us.
I'm just look. This is for the educate. yes, we can sit here and we can talk about things right here within the community, and we can still educate the masses and do the same thing. Because I figure, what better way to educate people than for people to ask the questions that they normally wouldn't be able to ask to a group of people who can subject matter. I mean, y'all licking all the parts. Y'all know what to talk about.
Americans don't multitask well.
All right. So remember, and y'all can just shout it out, a little gay, or big gay energy for each question, and then I'll take the consensus on what it is. Oh boy, here we go. First statement. Dating a trans person presenting as the opposite gender. Is it a little gay, or big gay energy?
I'm so mad that's the first question.
That's the first one out the gate.
It depends on how
Not
confident
gay.
they are
Wait.
presenting as the other sex.
That's
So
because if they are confident in that, that's big gay
I
energy.
had to pull up my drag thing. If a man dated a feminine presenting a trans Jesus Christ, don't get me.
Take your time.
If a man dated a trans woman,
he's gonna have a
is
seizure.
he gay?
No.
No gay.
She just exudes big
So
feminine energy.
beautiful.
A little gay.
All right. Somebody briefly explain. I know the answer why, but somebody briefly explain the why.
Because the trans woman is a woman.
Is a woman. They psychologically identify as female. So no matter what you think physically, psychologically, mentally, that's a woman.
Now we'll
and
add
if a
this
male
to
is
that
attracted to the feminine energy in her, he's not gay.
That was the
I just want to be careful. I want to be careful with interchanging female and woman, though. Let's just be a little bit careful about the female and woman part. Because I agree that like they identify as the opposite sex, not gender. Like the gender is a different thing.
Okay.
I concur. Yes, absolutely.
But I wanted to add that part. It's about what you as a man are attracted to.
Correct.
Well, no, it's about what the person identifies as.
Well, I use a man.
It's not about the other person. No, I know, but I'm saying it's the trans woman. I'm a woman and I'm dating a man. That's considered a heterosexual relationship.
Right.
But we will admit, especially in the black community.
In the black community, that's a different story.
A black man saying, I'm dating a trans woman.
You dating a punk.
Big gay. Big gay.
Yeah.
The biggest.
It's the automatic assumption.
But it's something that we're learning, right?
Blue,
I'm from the South, so I will say that's down here.
Yeah, but I say, Blue, you're in that drag world. There are drag kings and queens that aren't gay.
Yeah. I know there are definitely tons of drag kings that are in heterosexual relationships. So it's not necessarily, it's just a feeling. I don't know what exactly would be to speak on that. It's just something that I personally, from my own perspective, it's something that I enjoy doing, and that it's like it's just another part of me.
Now Sadler makes a
that's
good
why
point.
I'm like
that Sadler adds a little caveat to that.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, and no, it's a genuine question. If a trans woman is pre-op,
it's not just about the
I
sex
say,
stuff,
but it's not about.
Grew up in the 90s.
Even I knew
if
better.
he's sucking dick, he's either bisexual or gay, and there's no like malice or anything behind it. Just with the terms that I grew up with. If he is sucking dick, but he's sucking this dick because it looks like a lady, he's bisexual. If he's sucking this dick because he likes dick,
if I could put something with that though, I feel like we have to acknowledge though, just from my personal experience and just like my journey in life, I also feel like we're on this journey to grow from that knowledge as well, because people are born differently, right? And I mean, like, they can be born with both genitalia, they can be both with like all different situations. So who are we as individuals to do whatever they say they are? That's what they are. We're not supposed to question it, if they're doing that, because in all actuality, a vagina is pretty much a penis. That's it is.
The
Is what
curtain
it
is
is.
inside out. Right,
You ain't
right.
pussy, you suck a dick, bro. Everybody doing the same thing. No, I understand. I know certain men, and I'm just being broad with the information, right?
No, and
I'm just
I
being broad.
appreciate it because you're right. Because the
I'm
clitoris,
being broad about
and
it,
the
right?
penis
It looks like a dick.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, they are.
You know, they're just different sizes. That's why I think, like, again, to kind of get a little spicy about things, the uptick in women with like bigger clitorises is like a big thing right now too. And I love the fact that they're getting their recognition that they are women,
Me too.
and not that they
I
always feel
will
like
say
they're more
it is in my
masculine just because of that.
No, that's right.
Right?
Poke that little thumb out, girl. I don't mind.
I'm crying.
Yeah,
But
but
like I'm saying, like,
but an oversized clit and a micro penis is only got like a centimeter of difference. So.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's true.
So
Exactly.
and I'm
that's
not
fine then,
offended by the
mentally,
micro
because
penis. I'm
does
just
that make
saying.
me bisexual then?
Look, all right, I'm going
Because
for the next
baby,
question.
the difference is a few inches, and I'm gonna lay on your chest afterwards, regardless.
I know that's right.
Every time I hear micro
gonna
penis,
pet my
I
head
get
and I'm gonna be great.
traumatized all over
Yo,
again.
I actually I had a discussion with somebody via DM about the different, like how enlarged clitoris and a micropene are literally can be the exact same size, and Facebook deleted my entire fucking account behind it. So I'm very traumatized. Yo, and I'm forbidden. No, it was such an
He
innocent.
was that from the Matrix, y'all. Somebody came and kneeled the hell out of him.
And it was such an innocent conversation, but again, I think these are the conversations that can be taboo, but should not be, because we should be allowed to have these discussions. All right, next one, because we supposed to be rapid fire. It's gonna be nothing about these shit. No. That additional context is important. Going to a gay club to have fun.
Gay energy.
No gay. That's not
A
gay.
little gay.
That's
That's
not
not
fun.
gay at
I
all. I
love
don't
it
even think
like
it's a
that.
little gay. It's not gay.
It's safe and sure.
I was there.
I heard big gay. I heard little gay. I heard not gay at all.
Not gay. It's
Not
a
gay.
ball. It's a fucking ball. It's a ball.
I was there with the king thing.
I ain't gonna front. My first time going to a gay club was because my nieces took me to a gay club. I have never been more uncomfortable in my fucking life.
Really?
And she was so
I
embarrassed.
will
She was
say
like,
you
"Uncle
grew up
Kurt."
in a different era.
Listen, I put my back to the wall, and then he was like, "Uncle Kurt, have
Because
fun."
somebody was coming for your booty hole.
No, it's
Then now one of them pretty ass, rich ass niggas want your booty hole.
it had nothing to do with being
None of
at the
them
club
wanted
and
you.
whatnot. I just wasn't used to seeing my nieces in their element. So my overprotectiveness was like every time a dude would come up to, "You gay nigga, back up."
Now you know daggone well you was the I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
Because you give big bear energy.
That is
yes.
Yeah. I'm on.
Yeah, you do, Kurt.
But
So I could see you being approached in a gay club.
But guess what? Gay
I
club,
love it though.
they lit. Like
Yes,
lit.
they are.
And they actually dance.
Mhm.
That's the first time in a long time I've seen
Yes.
people actually on the dance floor. And it
They
didn't
are
matter what
theater kids.
gender was.
Yes,
Right.
they are.
All right.
I feel called out,
But I
man.
bet you if Kurt went outside of the club and nobody approached him, he'd have been like, "Oh my god, am I ugly? Why is no one talking to me?
Damn.
You don't want nobody?
Always a
What's
hater.
wrong?"
It's always one in the crowd, boy.
You gonna leave my little teddy bear alone?
That's
Your teddy bear is a hot
I
mess.
just feel like Kurt gets felt up under a flickering street light in a dark alley
Oh.
somewhere
Hey, yo.
by somebody in some fishnet. It's gotta be.
I pay to watch it. I pay to watch it.
all right. Next question.
Y'all find me on HeadNerdsInCharge. I'll be selling things
A
on.
man getting pegged by a woman.
Not gay. at
Not
all.
gay.
Not gay.
I love
Okay.
Not gay.
That's deep breaths. Be like,
Not gay.
Because I feel like all these questions are not gay.
yep.
That's
Why
not
is not
gay.
gay
You'll
not a
notice the
choice?
pattern. A lot of this is breaking down stereotypes.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Right. But it's also we also have to be careful about pleasure, right? I know that
Exactly.
like Meek, you had brought up a bunch of times about growing up in the 90s, right? And so we're talking about evolving, Jazz, you had mentioned it, growing in your knowledge, right? And your understanding.
definitely.
Of course, it would be like a man, something with the anus, absolute no.
Yeah.
But like
That's
if
not
you're
gay.
in the confines of your own room and your bed, you want to find something to do
Well,
when it's
feel good
pleasurable for
feels
you,
good.
then I'm feeling like, the sexuality got set out the door. Like it was
Yeah.
on the other side of the door. Like that's not
Especially if I'm
where.
comfortable with you and feel safe.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes,
We
infamous.
could try some weird shit if you want to.
Yeah,
It
and
doesn't.
even when they talk
It's
about having
That's
men
some
doing it
whenever
in
you
the
shiny.
feel
nut.
good.
Hold on.
Only
We got
be
more
weird
questions.
with me though.
We got
Like with
we got
me.
more
Don't-
questions, and this
Okay.
is going.
I'll
This is
watch
a
it.
whole other
I ain't
episode.
doing
We
it.
was all that 2 episodes ago. We was talking about all that freaky weird shit. Anyway,
It's
I
not
was
freaking
I
or
was
weird.
busy at that
I
time.
was
I
on
was
there.
busy.
so yeah, you definitely was forbidden, and I appreciate all the freaky weird shit you was talking about.
Oh.
Supporting loved ones at a pride event.
It's not
Do
gay.
what?
What?
Not gay.
What?
What the
Wait,
heck?
what?
That's not gay.
Who
How
wrote this
many more of
bullshit?
these are not gay?
Wait.
Didn't you just skip those?
I wish
Supporting
you all would.
loved ones at a
Like
pride
y'all,
event?
All right, come on. Next one.
hey,
Come
thank
on.
you, Dad. You
Yeah.
getting the
Yeah,
point.
Go
next
ahead.
one. Yeah, that's not
Dressing
gay.
in drag.
Not
Not
gay.
gay.
Not
Not
gay.
Not gay.
Not gay.
Okay.
It's not
Wa-
inherently gay.
Yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of gay people
It's not
do
gay.
drag, but
Yeah.
dressing in drag itself is not gay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Watching gay porn because the nut scenes are better. That was
Hey,
Honestly,
That's so
somebody literally
Wow.
sent me that.
Okay.
That's
very
a little
specific.
I'm an
But
audible
it
person,
also comes back
so
to what Meek was saying about pleasure versus
yeah.
sexuality. Like,
Just
if
a
it
little bit.
sound good and it feel good, that don't make me gay. It just mean it felt
Like
good
it.
at
I
that
love it.
time.
I don't know.
You just
Nah,
And
appreciate
it's
it.
but it's just
human.
that's so
I
specific.
gotta add a little. I get. We want that to me is a little gay because if I'm attracted and aroused by
Bodies.
by two gay men, no, bodies my ass too.
What do you mean? What if you're watching a twink and a bear and you are attracted to submissiveness and not gay?
Mm-hmm.
It's a
I said
yeah,
no,
It
like
could be
it's about what you're
auditorial.
attracted to.
The question is specific in the nut scene. They said nothing about submission and all that other bullshit.
Okay, well
No,
then
but
what about
a
auditorial?
twink
Some people
sounds
get off on
different
nut,
I
than
don't
nut is a
know.
nut.
a
If we
muscle
had to
gay.
answer something different, a little gay, I guess. But I think it's
All right.
something that it's
All right.
curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and
It's
that's
Okay.
curiosity.
that's
Or
okay.
also you just like you're an audiophile like me. I need to hear. I like hearing all different
Thank
things.
you.
Because maybe I just
Yeah.
like
Thank
the
you.
I
way it
love
That's
me some
how
sounds.
I
gay
look at
porn
it.
better than
I'm at.
hetero porn.
All right, Lord, sticking your hand up your ass to
Nope.
wash it.
Whoa.
What?
To wash
Gay?
it.
What the?
To wash it?
First
You
of
No.
all,
vetted
you need
that?
to seek
First of
Because there are a
all,
lot of men.
a
Hold on, let's not act
a
like there's not a
Yeah.
lot of
PCP.
men
Yeah,
that
no,
will not
that
put their
is
hand in their behind because they think it's
No,
gay.
no. Washing your ass does not mean sticking your
I
hand
do
up your
not
ass.
want
Be
those men.
specific.
Right.
I don't know.
You're too
because
hetero
I
for
have
me.
to
I'm
question
sorry.
everything
Kurt,
about
because
you if
is
that's
he
an issue for
fisting
you.
himself?
I'm just
That's too
saying.
stink.
I
I'm
think you
not.
can get
I'm
I'm
your hand.
still
professional.
I'm still taking clients. I'm still
just
taking
the way
clients.
she said
At
it.
least this much for
If
you a
anybody
week.
needs therapy, this is like a
Like, cause
I
what do
therapy
you
don't.
mean
session to
sticking
me.
your
I was about
hand
to
This
up
is
say
This
your
I
is
just
don't.
therapy.
ass?
Thank
What
Just
do
a
you,
you
little
Meek.
bit.
mean?
That please
Are
offer
you
your
giving
services.
yourself like a colonic?
Just a
What
Yeah,
the
little bit.
Yeah.
right.
listen,
They
Because
just
listen.
that
start
I'm not.
then
kissing their
brings
ass
into
by
question the
accident.
I'm
elasticity
not saying
of
it's a
his
full.
anal sphincter.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not saying you're fisting yourself, but you do got to get your
Maybe
hand in
he
your
just
ass
has
to
an
wash
elastic, real
like
stretchy
betwixt the
anus.
Yeah.
cheeks?
it. Yes, betwixt the
The
cheeks.
switch the
Yeah, but at
cheeks.
least some of
Raising,
the booty hole
raising
gotta be
Washing
your
your
hand.
open.
Here's
ass
the
is
Not
not
thing.
gay.
That's not gay,
Betwixt.
Yeah,
bro.
washing your
Not
ass
gay.
is
It's
not
not gay.
gay.
all
Why?
right
Who
then.
asked you?
Again,
No.
that's
Some people, some
It's
men.
If
Yep.
you don't
fire.
at
It's
least
rapid
let the
fire.
water run on your booty hole when you in the shower,
I'm
I don't trust you.
sorry.
First
I'm
of all,
sorry.
It's
Only
them
thank you.
Hold on.
it's
well,
them
Y'all,
prison
first of
horror
all,
stories that causes this
y'all
mess in
might
the first
be
place.
y'all might be like, oh, exacerbated, but there are
our
definitely
people.
large
and
contingencies of
yeah.
people who believe to the
With the hard
contrary
T,
that
Brittany.
these statements
Betwixt.
are big gay.
Please stay away from me. My
So
husband
Please
don't
stay
have
away
no
from me
want
because
you.
you're a urinary
No,
tract
a
infection
man,
waiting to happen.
a man
I
is
remember this
hold
conversation
on.
like years ago where men was like
That booty
doing
stink.
skincare was gay, wearing
Oh
lotion
yeah,
was gay.
That,
These
And
were
I'm
Trump
like,
supporters.
yeah.
let me
Oh
finish the
shit.
rest
ew.
of the
Yeah.
damn questions, and yes, this is
All
a
right,
And
come on with the
ashy,
questions,
fine.
Negro.
stop.
That's
An ashy
racist.
man with a
Men,
UTI is
men
ridiculous.
sipping sipping on straws?
No.
In Jamaica.
I'm just okay.
In the South, quit playing.
Men eating a glizzy.
What?
Not gay.
No.
That's how people live.
Depends how they're
That is
eating.
very
How
It
he
depends
eating
how
it
they're eating.
though?
If they swallow it whole, I
How?
might give
Yeah,
it.
like
Right.
how
If it's
they
like
just
this,
taking a glizzy to the throat.
yeah.
I need
Yeah,
to give them $1. That's
nibble.
all
No
I gotta
bev.
say.
Do they have
Go
a
buy
bev?
something.
Okay. Kissing your same-sex friend in the mouth.
It depends on the context.
Hetero.
No,
It depends on the
it
I
context.
don't know,
no
because that's how
context.
I found
No,
out I
It's
like
not
Because
Kit
gay.
Kat.
women can
That's
do
not
it and men
gay.
can't.
no, so the reason
It
why I
depends
say
on what
it
that
depends
kiss
on the
lead
context.
to.
Yeah,
No, because Middle
We
Eastern
all
men
can't talk.
yeah,
tend to
that's what
kiss
I'm
each other in
We
saying.
the
all can't
face.
talk at the same
Yeah,
time.
it's
It
not.
depends
Sorry.
on what the kiss leads to.
So no,
So
because
Is
does it
this a
feel
Middle
good?
friendly kiss that's dismissed and nothing comes
Mhm.
of it? Or is
So
this a kiss where I discovered my sexuality?
Go ahead, Tef.
no, because what I'm saying is Middle Eastern men tend to kiss
Mhm.
each other in the face and on the mouth. It is
Yeah,
just how they greet each other.
exactly.
So like a
Absolutely.
kiss,
Absolutely. But I
no.
also
Oh,
kissed my
yeah.
best friend in the mouth, and that was the first night I ate coochie.
Oh,
Every kiss begins
Wait,
with K.
you said
that was
Maybe.
my
Every
Hold
kiss
up.
begins
every
with tongue.
kiss begins with a
So
JJ.
I will say it depends on what's
Ends with a
behind the
JJ.
kiss.
Yeah.
I just
Mm.
remember my dad kissing me on the cheek and it was a little too close to my mouth and being absolutely mortified. Mortified. And
So
I
you
now
weren't comfortable with
I,
that touch.
I now as a grown man
Right.
would welcome
Right.
that just to see it.
100%.
So
100%.
so yes, I do
Yes,
believe
Brent, real
context
quick.
plays a big role in that. You,
I'm
y'all
cracking
getting on my
up.
nerves.
Brent,
I almost
is
want to
this
be
the
up
last
about
one,
not
Kurt?
doing it. Going to a Sam Smith concert. This is terrible.
The fuck?
No. All right, I'm
Right.
over
Kurt
that. Next question.
is a musical
Why?
genius. Stop.
Having one same-sex sexual encounter, does that
No,
No.
No. Serious.
no.
Y'all
Whoa,
maybe trying to figure
wait
it
a minute,
out.
hold on.
That's quick. It's
I fuck a
quickness.
man to see
A
if
little
I
bit.
like it, and I'm not gay after that.
No.
Yes, you're
Yes.
not.
But you were
Or
curious
no.
and you figured it out
You were
that
Yeah.
you're
curious,
not.
and now you answered the question.
You're
Again,
not
it
gay.
comes down to
You
the
want to
context.
keep
What
trying
happened
out? Dip your
afterwards?
toes in the
On that
I
water.
did
one,
not like that. Is not something I
I
want to
did it again.
continue doing.
I was
I'm not
up. This
aroused.
is not my mouth, and y'all know better than me. All I'm
What?
I have
All I'm saying is more.
scientific.
No, but it comes into the context. What happens after you did that? Did you okay? Now I'm attracted to men, or is it okay? I tried it,
I'm
didn't like it.
attracted
Let
to
me
men
keep it
to
moving.
even have the sex.
It doesn't. Listen, you could just be curious. How you think all of us
Okay.
tried it? We all wasn't just
Yeah,
waking
you
up
gotta
tomorrow.
try.
We
I
had to
Yeah.
try
listen.
shit.
I
I
didn't eat a
personally think
coochie one
more
day
men
and was
should suck
like,
dick.
"Oh my goodness, no."
I mean, I mean, how many people are fucking things they're not attracted to?
Women do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
What
gotta
do
try
men
Exactly.
do
before
it
you
all the
They're attracted
buy.
time?
to men. They're attracted to sex.
No.
Hobosexuals
So if you're
exist.
attracted to sex and you're attracted to pleasure and you engage in that thing,
Then,
It's
right.
help
about
me
pleasure.
I
understand.
see you,
That's
Shiv.
not true. Niggas
I
looking
don't
for a
know.
place to live
Mhm.
absolutely exist.
Oh Lord.
So if a man try a little
He
penis,
can suck
he
himself.
good after the fact. Or if a
In the
woman,
It depends. Does the
If
lifespan.
penis
that's
have
if
a
that's what he
condo, a
prefers.
Oh,
penthouse?
sorry.
no,
I was saying in the
There are
lifespan,
people who
you have
are literally gay
teenagers.
for pay.
I
Yep.
yes, gay.
Mm.
Wow. See,
Gay
look at
for
that.
But
pay.
for
They are
pay.
I mean,
yes.
$20
Yeah.
is $20. Like,
So,
You know what?
does the
Murder.
Yeah,
penis
What
but
would you?
but
have
gay for pay
does the
doesn't mean that
penis
they're
have a
gay.
penthouse?
Hold on, murder. What was
Does
you?
the
What was you saying?
No, I was
Does the
saying in the
penis have a
lifespan,
penthouse?
there's a theory. Well, it's not even a theory. It's just that there are some instances where people even start as teenagers. They try to figure out who they are. So,
Right.
hey, if they might try men, women,
Mhm.
and they figure out what they like. And once they figure that out, they move on with it. But just because
Mhm.
they try a guy and then they don't like if they didn't like the experience, but they get with a woman and they like that experience, maybe they go on about the rest of their lives with women and live a heterosexual life just fine.
Okay.
You know what I
All
mean?
right.
Sometimes you find out you like both. Sometimes you did
No,
made the right choice.
I will
It's
say
all into
I
what you do
genuinely
after.
agree with that because, again, growing up the way that I grew up in the 90s, I would be considered bisexual.
Mhm.
I like fucking women. I could never see myself falling in love with a woman. And there's
I hear that a
nothing
lot.
against women. I think women are beautiful. They're
Mhm.
gorgeous.
Mhm.
They get my giblets warm. I love women
But y'all want to be in a
from a
relationship with.
physical aspect, but I could never see myself being in love with a woman.
But I do this and I'm a hoe. Not you. All right. Anyway,
You are. But can I make
Your
one
Goodness.
point?
your
So
words of
That's
my
that.
great grandmother.
Goodness,
If you
Seth.
gonna be a
Yeah.
hoe, be the
so
best hoe you know.
but I think there's also something to be said about, and again, I don't want to keep pulling out the different, flags, right? But are we talking about gay as it relates to sexual encounters, or are we talking about gay in terms of lifestyle? Because I think
And I
that
think with
no,
what
because
I
we're not.
know,
We're doing a lot of
that's what makes
interchanging
the difference.
of terms, and that's what makes it kind of messy.
Isn't it, if it's a spectrum, then it's all encompassing?
No, Meek just said, I like fucking women. I
Right.
like fucking
They
women or whatever.
pretty and they
That's
titties
gay.
soft and they
Right.
booties
No,
warm.
Kurt.
That's gay.
Kurt.
If I say I like fucking men,
Is
I'm gay. What are we talking about?
But that's if you like
See,
it.
but
if
that's
you,
if you like it though,
Because
if
right?
when
you've
I
Like
wake,
done it
when I
and you
think
did
if
about
not
you do
like
it
it,
my
once,
future
then
when
and
you
I think
find
you're
about
out,
not.
waking up to someone in the
Wait.
morning,
We
I
all
think
can't
about a man.
Stop. We all cannot talk at the same time. I just need clarity. I say I like fucking men. I'm not gay.
What I'm saying is, why do
No.
we run to the fucking part? I think that,
Why
quite
are you
honestly, and I don't
fucking
want to speak
men?
for the
right?
whole gay community, right? Wait. I don't want to speak for the whole gay community, but I think that this has been problematic from the beginning. Is the idea that somebody, again, like me said, back in the day, somebody liked someone of the quote unquote opposite sex. They ain't did shit. We were kids. They didn't do nothing with them, but they were gay. And it's like, yo, that like, when does that start? Like, why do people put these things on people when they're fucking ace folks who never fuck anybody ever, but have an orientation, have a desire for a particular group of folks? We gotta stop like assuming the sex implies the orientation, because that's not how it works.
Oh, that's wait. Hold on. That's your opinion. If you say you like
No,
no. That's your personal
that
opinion.
definition is not my
That
personal
brings
opinion.
like science and biology into
Wait.
question
I
at that
just need a
point. Like,
consensus. I just need a
how deep are
consensus
you trying
amongst
to
y'all
get?
because everybody can't talk at the same time, and it's wild. I'm gonna
I'm
go
sorry, I
panel
think
by
I'm
panel.
delayed.
I'm gonna go panel by panel. If somebody sleeps with someone of the same gender, is that gay? Is that constitutes being gay or on the LGBTQ plus spectrum? Blue?
If that's what you like to do, then yeah.
Okay.
But
Just yes
yeah.
or no. Carolyn?
If he liked it, yeah.
Forbidden.
I gotta find out the context. I can't say yes or no.
I literally just gave you all the context. A person wants to have sex with same-sex people. What context?
You gave us the physical context, not the
Right, but
emotional
that's
or
what I'm saying. Like, I
psychological.
need to know, like, every
That's
situation
all
is
I'm
different
asking
for
you.
me. That's it
That's
for
no
me.
context. I literally that's oh my goodness.
No, Kurt, no, I'm just saying, for me, you said one time. So the one
Yeah.
time I'm assuming
Right.
is the first time. That's what
Gender.
I'm no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, when you go based off of the question, the context has to be put somewhere in there, because I perceived it as the first time. If it's the first time, then you don't know what you like because you're trying it. But if this is just like, oh, I've been sleeping with women and I've already fucked dudes and I just want to sleep with this one dude at the bar
No,
and then go back. No, that's a little
I
weird.
gave
I'm
you the
like, wait a
context.
minute.
I gave you the context that I was asking each person about. Just a person likes to sleep with same-sex people. That's it. That's
They like to.
that's
Okay.
gay, right? Am I
Yeah.
or am I confusing it?
Yeah. Nope. Okay.
Yeah, you're marginalizing it.
How am I?
How are you so bewildered
you're
and I'm
enjoying
straight
it,
like you?
no. If you enjoy
There
the
are too
same
many
sex, let it
variables
left.
in that scenario to make a decision, baby.
It's
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 not
part of the
anything
gray.
against what you're
Yeah.
trying to understand. It's that you are understanding it two-dimensional and it's three-dimensional.
Wait,
How
You're
is
looking at it
wait.
flat.
having sex
I
with
want
the
to ask a
same
question
person
real quick just to make
dimensional?
sure. So you're saying that the person, let's just say man, the man has sex with another man for the first time and they enjoy it, correct?
I'm not talking about first time nothing. I'm just talking about
Okay.
a person. I don't know. I'm not going back. I just said what he said. A man. Okay, let me use gender to make it more specific. A
Okay.
man likes to sleep with men.
Means
That's it.
Gender, that's sexuality.
That's gay. Right?
Yeah.
Sexually, right?
Are
Just
you okay, Kurt?
sexually?
Okay,
Because
Flesh out.
wait,
So
does
Kurt's
he
about to
only
have an
like
Flesh
aneurysm,
person
y'all.
out
to
the
be
Wait.
question.
stimulated?
No,
Like,
because
Because that's
try
not
to break
gay.
it down. Hold on. The reason why I'm animate is because this should be a very simple thing, and it's interesting to watch people overcomplicate a very simple
It
thing.
should be simple.
Does a man?
What was the sentence you gave us in the question?
If you let me finish, I can articulate it because you asked me
Okay.
a question. So let me finish.
Sure.
You said, "Why do I look bewildered?" Because the simplicity of if I'm understanding correctly, and this is for anybody who's not a part of the community. If I'm not understanding correctly, a man or same gender person that sleeps with another person of the same gender, that's gay. And that's okay. But I'm just saying that is gay, right?
No.
You said you were going through that panel, right? Because I already said no.
I'm going through.
Right.
Okay,
You gave a certain amount of information.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Nicole, is that gay?
See, it's a lot that goes into this. Because if the man is sleeping with someone that identifies as something else,
I didn't say any of that. I didn't say anything. I didn't say any of all of what you're about to go into.
Yeah.
I said, man wants to sleep with another man. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Why is it so hard for y'all to say it? This is weird.
I mean, well,
So
to me,
it's like the question is old math, but our answer is new math. That's basically how I'm taking it.
No, because 1 + 1 will always be 1.
Not when you use PEMDAS.
Listen, please, may I answer?
I said 2.
Yes, you may answer.
So, please let's listen. Please don't add into if the person identify. I'm not adding in any of that. Man wants to have sex with other men and sleeps with other men.
Is this purely physical?
Hold on, I'm asking panel by panel. Nicole, is it
Okay,
gay?
I didn't hear
Yes
who
or no?
was next.
Nicole, is it gay? Yes or no?
see, I'm gonna opt out of this one because I feel like it's more that goes into it, and you're not.
Even the comments are like, "What are y'all talking about?" Okay, Denzel, can you give me a straight answer? If a man wants to have sex with another man, is he gay? Or bisexual, even if he likes women?
I was gonna say,
add in all that context.
Yeah.
I would say, but I will give you bisexual.
Wait, I didn't even say that he had to like women. Is he gay and bisexual?
I say he's curious. I say he's curious.
I done got 3 different fucking answers.
I say he's curious.
This shit is wild. I just want to know yes or no. If a man wants to sleep with another man, and that's all the context you're getting, that is all the context you're getting. Is he gay? Infamous. Is he gay?
Thank you. Again, is this purely physical?
Yeah, sure.
Wait. Hear me out. Let me let me cook.
No, because we don't have enough time. We don't have enough time to go into this deep.
Do you like getting your nipples licked?
Yeah, absolutely. By women.
Okay. At a certain point in time, that was considered gay. But it's purely a physical thing.
But it's not because it's a woman.
That's okay. So a woman can stimulate
at any
a
point,
prostate,
was a
but
man
dick does better.
At any point, was a man sleeping with a man not gay?
Yeah.
In Versailles, I'm just saying.
I mean, if we're getting biblical, yes,
Yeah.
at a certain point.
I'm not talking about sex acts.
There were masters who raped their slaves just to present that they were
All right,
the
Nick.
alpha
I get it.
male
Right.
of the household.
Okay.
Mika.
You asked.
I just wanted a yes or no.
I feel like I started this. I said no, and so you could move on from me.
Okay.
No.
So
go
a
for it.
man physically sleeping with another man does not make him gay. Got it. Tef?
No.
I will also say no, not necessarily, just because what makes him gay is your attraction to men. For some people,
But that's why I think we're getting confused. His question changed
Attraction
twice,
to anal
guys.
sex does not mean attraction to men.
No, I know, but men, I understand that, and like I said, I agree with what everybody's saying because it is depending more than just a physical act. But what he was saying originally, he changed it to being a man that likes to have sex with men is having sex with a man. Is that gay?
Yeah.
So, with that plain and simple, that means that they are gay because they identify that they are man and they like to have sex with a man. That's it.
Why was that so
yes. To be fair, your question was confusing in the beginning. That's why, because the first part of your question was you needed more context. There was more to it. Then when you just put it to one-on-one, you have to assume just with the base information. Man that likes sleeping with man yes. If they're both men that like sleeping with men, and we don't know anything else about them, yes, they're gay to our assumption at this moment. That's it. Yes.
Okay.
Agreed.
I just want to get that context because I want to understand. At least if somebody
My
is
office was
identifying
going
or
crazy for a second.
listen, it got weird
Brittany.
because I was like, "What do you mean that's not gay?" Because then I understand that it's not just physical. I understand there's relationships and emotion. There's people who don't engage in any sex whatsoever, and they can be in same-sex relationship without. But all I was just trying to simplify it. And with that being said, I'm gonna shut the fuck up because that was uber different. Jazz, you wanted to bring up a specific topic that's to you. Could you elaborate to that?
Okay. So pretty much my topic I want to discuss
Off every fucking episode.
right, was about the erasure of like pansexuality and bisexuality when it comes to dating in heterosexual relationship types. It's something that I was told this week as a pansexual woman that I had no right to have discussions about relationships because also being poly because I'm fucking my friends. I have no right to say anything. And two, because my primary partner is heterosexual, I'm not really gay. And I was just like,
I
what?
know that.
Wow.
That's a lot of
You and I can talk about that for a minute,
Like,
Jazz.
have anything to do with
If
yours?
I fuck him and your mama, does that make me gay?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
But you know what? It's that situation though that I know when I first came to the realization that I was pansexual, there was also a conversation like we were supposed to be enemies, bisexuals and pansexuals, how we were supposed to hate each other. I don't know if everybody knew that. But apparently there's like this erasure situation where like, well, no, it's pretty much the same thing. You guys are just being extra. And I'm like, no, we're not. Both of us are valid. Let's just keep it like that. So there's always this constant conversation, though, which still happens. That's why, especially around Pride Month or Pansexuality Awareness Month or Bisexuality Awareness Month, those like conversations always like getting up in arms because we always have that conversation. A lot of us, I think, we're pretty much chill about it now because we have too many other bigger fish to fry. We don't got other bullshit.
Right.
We don't got to worry about fighting and infighting. But from other people that are outside, they'll have the conversation. It's like, oh, you're a fake gay, you're this, you're that. And I'm like, how are you going to tell me who I am? Go off, I
Jazz, can
guess.
ask you a question real quick.
Mhm.
And I've gotten this from BK because
Yeah.
he talked about this on the last episode about.
Mhm.
And I thought that was interesting, the erasure of bi people within the community or the lack of representation or acceptance of bi people in the community. Is that something that everybody on the panel has seen, or do you think that it has been an issue because the great majority of y'all are bi?
Yeah, I've
Or
experienced
at least
it.
I don't
definitely.
want to speak for y'all. I'm just saying.
I personally
Yeah,
haven't
go ahead,
seen it.
Denzel. I would love to hear from you because as a bi man,
Yeah,
do you feel that way?
Oh, it did feel that way. I've experienced it from both sides, as Jess says. Like as soon as June 1st hits, it is Happy Pride Month, and anyone who identifies as bi or pan, you can only celebrate for half of the month.
Yep.
Like how there are certain
They'll
people
tell us that.
of color that when it's February say that biracial people can only celebrate half of February. That
Yep.
they do the same thing to bisexuals and pansexuals that we can only celebrate half of the month because we're not fully gay. We're still, as some people say, we're still in the closet, but we're cosplaying.
No. What is it? We're just greedy. We're just greedy. We're just trying to catch them all like
That's really
Pokemon.
what it is. We can't make up our minds. We're very confused.
I've had this told me that I'm gay light or I'm diet gay.
Diet
That's
gay.
diet gay, yo.
Does that come in flavors though?
So wait a minute. So like how there's colorism, there's
yes,
gay,
Yes.
gay is
Yeah.
Gayism.
There's gayism, I guess.
Like it is.
Well, it's like the gold star lesbian thing. Like
right.
It's like
we don't get
lowercase
stars.
b TQ plus.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
because you know what, Steffi, I'm glad that you said that. My niece, and I just recently was laughing and joking with her because she's like, I've never been with a man, but I absolutely, I find some men attractive. She said, I find some men attractive, but I've never been with a man. I was like, oh my God, you're a virgin. And she's like, I'm definitely not a virgin. I was like, oh, you're a gold star lesbian. And she was like, Uncle Kurt. And I was like, oh, should I not say that? Like, is that a derogatory
There's
term?
levels to this spectrum.
No,
Right.
I want to make sure that I'm accurate because is saying someone is a gold star lesbian, is that derogatory though?
Not
It
because
depends who you're talking to.
It's been too long since I've heard that phrase.
there are
Yeah.
some gay guys that call
I don't even know
themselves
because it's no longer a relevant phrase.
What happened?
there are some gay guys that call themselves gold star gay guys because they were C-section babies.
C-section, yeah, they never
Oh
even
yeah,
came
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah.
They never
Yeah.
came out of the vaginal
So
canal.
they've never came out of a vagina.
You're right.
Weird.
They never
What?
either
Never
entered
touched
or left the vagina.
So do y'all as bi people?
Pansexual.
Bisexual. Thank you.
I got you.
I'm doing the best I can.
You're erasing me, Curtis. What the hell?
Yo.
Literally
I wanted to be inclusive. I didn't want to just say
Come
bi
on
woman.
to the current era with us. It's okay.
I wanted to make sure I was inclusive and
No, I
not
got
include you. I fucked up. All right. Well, with bisexuality, why the negative stigma? Because you're in both spectrums?
Right. Because
So-
in
unfair.
when it comes to the gay community,
Mhm.
bisexuals is not fully gay. The straight community sees this as not straight.
Mhm.
And
Is that why
then
that
there's-
question was so hard?
For me, yes.
Yeah.
For me,
Okay,
yes.
wait. Before you
Yeah.
answer that, can I speak from a Southern point of view? Me being bisexual in the South has never been as bad as me being gay in the South.
Huh.
It's more
I'm
accepted.
only
because
kind
you're
of
Yeah.
gay
Male
down here.
sexualization of it?
Same in
I
Jamaica.
think.
Yeah.
Same in
I
Jamaica.
think
Yeah,
the
I'm only
reason why.
kind of gay.
I think the
I
reason
haven't
why
fully
that is
crossed
more
over.
acceptable, though. I think the reason why it's more acceptable because, like, especially for people who try to not associate with gay people or try not to acknowledge their existence in whatever way, even if it's like of a comfortability level, no harm, whatever the hell, they feel like it's just a phase still, right?
Mhm.
They're like, oh, there's still a chance that they're gonna go the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I
Wow.
mean?
That little
So
false
they
hope.
don't.
Real quick, I
But
just
then
want to point to
but
this
then let's
comment.
also,
That's
but then
different growing up in a
Give me
black
1 second.
Southern family.
Give me 1 second. I want to point to this comment. Marva said, I have had lesbians tell me that they won't date me because I date men.
Yep.
Yeah.
Said that
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because they don't. It's a trust
It's definitely a
situation.
purity spectrum. It depends
Mhm.
on where your perspective is. Are
All
you
right, so
looking
I'm gonna
from
go to
within the gay
forbidden.
community or from
I'm
outside?
gonna go to forbidden, and then I'm gonna go to angel. Forbidden, what were you about to say?
reason why I said the reason why, well, from my world, the reason why
Mhm.
sometimes it gets looked frowned upon is because unfortunately you do have hetero women who will get
Mhm.
completely plastered and will dance and kiss and grind and feel
Mhm.
on other women. And
Oh,
then when
Mhm.
it becomes receptive and it's like, oh no, I'm straight, please don't do that. And then you go be with your man.
oh, they Carolyn.
You know what? I was rude. Stop that.
You gonna
That
stop.
was
Right.
rude.
It's
That was
true.
pretty
Audacity.
fucking
But
They-
rude.
I mean, it's unfortunately nowadays it's starting to get a little bit more dangerous. If people follow on
Mhm.
TikTok, you are having lesbians who are dragging bisexual women out by their hair, and they're
Mhm.
like, "Don't play these games." Like, if you're into me, be into me. But at the end of the night, it's
Exactly.
I'm about to go home with him.
Yeah.
Some women are that. Some women are like that. Now,
Huh.
also, I will say the hetero narrative of bisexual women are more desirable because they like both.
Mhm.
But to other women, oh, they're greedy.
Mhm.
We've heard we're sluts because we want we want it all. We can't make a decision, so we're indecisive.
Mhm.
There's so many men love it because they get the best of both worlds.
Mhm.
And then it's like, then
I
some
gotta
men
let
don't
you
like
finish.
it because they feel
Mhm.
that they don't measure up in the bedroom.
Yeah, to another woman.
Mhm.
I've actually
And
heard more men be insecure
About
about
it.
this
Mhm.
girl enjoying other women because they feel like she can give you something I can't give
Mhm.
you.
absolutely.
Mhm.
All
And then
right.
don't let it be where it's a breakup and the woman comes out that she's now gay or she's bisexual dating a woman and she's
Mhm.
in the masculine presenting form. Then it's
Mhm.
that nigga, that butch ass bitch, that this, that, and
Mhm.
third. All of us, it's crazy.
Just bitter
All right,
people in
Angel, I know
general.
you were about to say something. You didn't get a
So
chance.
I'm gonna keep it short because I know we all got to talk. Yeah. So I've had different experiences. Had heterosexual men try to give me an ultimatum, telling me I had to choose.
Damn.
I've had lesbians that presented themselves as femigrees tell me that they're going to fuck me so good that I won't go back to the other side. So
Yeah, I've heard men
yeah,
do that.
it's been yeah.
Yeah, it's very, and I've been, and to the women, my bisexual
Mhm.
sisters, I feel for y'all. And then for the men, I'm gonna speak for me and BK
Mhm.
and be here. It's even tough for us because
Mhm.
I have had bisexual women tell me they weren't interested in being with me because
Mhm.
I'm interested in more than just women.
Mhm.
Jocelyn has maintained that that everybody's bisexual. She thinks everybody's a little bit bisexual.
I would
Ma'am,
I do
agree with
believe
that,
that.
but I
ma'am,
live kind of in
I don't know
between.
about that
So
one,
ma'am.
Yeah.
but I
I'm
get
trying
the
to say.
I get the why, because
there's a
even
Yeah.
for
level of
me,
gray somewhere.
no, even for
Thank
me,
you.
I consider myself straight, but
Mhm.
my best friend is, I love that man. I have no problem hugging him, kissing him on his head, showing affection, like overtly, and I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. Like, I love that man as though he were my own flesh and blood.
That's not
Some
gay.
people might consider that like,
That's
That's
friendship.
not
Yeah,
gay.
that's
Cause you just
familial
said
love.
yes,
that just
yeah,
said your own flesh
Yeah.
and
That's
blood. That's not
familial. Yeah,
gay.
there's nothing gay
I
about
understand
that.
that,
When
but
you're
Thank you.
emotionally
but
mature.
you know the yes,
Yeah.
in
No.
this space that would be safe.
Because of
Mhm.
when you grew
But
up.
but you know, if I said, oh, I like kissing and hugging on my back, there's a viral TikTok trend right now where a man will call his best friend and talk lovingly to him before,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
say goodnight.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
it to me is sweet, but it's playing on those tropes, and
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
kind of one of the things that's like,
Yeah,
damn, have
they
we
even
have
they
men
try to
gotten so,
call everything gay.
huh?
They even say, "Oh, if men go to therapy, it's gay. If
But
men
Mhm.
wash
that
a
was
certain way, it's
that
gay.
was the point
If
of the
men go
question,
to
and
get their feet done, it's gay.
I
If
get
men
it.
get
Hold
their
on,
eyebrows done, it's
Angel,
gay."
1 second. That was the point of the questions previously. It wasn't necessarily
Mhm.
because something was or wasn't gay, but these are things that people
People
really
think
think are gay, and it's dispelling those myths and allowing people to get out of the same old mindset that we've
of.
all bred into.
Like,
Another
there's-
question was brought up. Another question that was brought up. Why do gay people need an entire month? I wanted, before y'all answer, I wanted to bring this up, and I saw this today, and I thought it was really important. Why do you need a whole month of Pride? Because a beloved voice actor who is both indigenous and gay was tormented for years by his neighbors. They burned down his house, killed his dogs, and then they murdered him in front of his husband. If y'all don't know
Mhm.
who he is, he played John Redcorn on
Mhm.
uh, King of
King
the
of the
Hill.
King of the
Hill.
Hill.
He also
So,
played in Parks and Rec.
why is Pride Month important?
Stonewall.
For the
Mhm.
same
I was gonna
reason
say,
Black
brother
History
with
Month
it.
is important.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you gonna know
Exactly.
that we here and we exist.
Mhm.
Because they
We
have
do.
been tortured, because they
Mhm.
have been set back, because they face the same atrocities that Black people as a whole face.
Just for being themselves.
Because of their
Mhm.
sexuality, because of what felt good.
That doesn't affect them at all. We were put in a particular way, endangered, just like a lot of tragic situations. Why the hell not? If we can have
Hmm.
fucking a whole month to talk about fucking crochet squares and other dumb shit that's not really significant. No, it's the truth.
Yeah, no, you not.
Fucking
I
crochet
laugh because it's
squares and
true.
people love that shit. And to them, great, but why not? And especially if it's not affecting you in any way. These people, us, right? Starting from the beginning to now, why the hell not? It does not affect you. It does not affect your businesses. It does not affect anything besides us being happy and comfortable who we are. If you don't want to see us, go somewhere else, but it's still not going to change the fact that we are here.
So another question was, in the current political landscape, how do you feel?
Not safe,
Not
Scared.
safe
No,
at all.
not safe at all.
but
Targeted.
I know how to fight. So
I
Terrified.
worry for everyone.
That part, and I know how to shoot, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Blue, you said terrified. Why?
Um, because I know the the world that we're about to go into, history is repeating itself, and it's repeating itself in the worst ways possible, where even people who just like to dress to go out and be themselves in a way that makes them comfortable, in a way that gives them some type of, well, I guess, yeah, comfort. You can be killed for that.
Mm-hmm.
It takes one small thing to make somebody mad on the street. So, you're dealing with that. God forbid I'm walking outside with a mustache and tatas. That's confusing as fuck to some people. So, boom, bow, pow, pow. So it's terrifying times out here, but it's all about being strong. And I think that that's why, having that like this month to just celebrate yourself and celebrate the fact that you made it here to this month to celebrate.
I love that.
And
That's
if I
real
just
shit.
may add on to that, also, we're not alone. For the moment you feel alone, for the moment you feel like from your family, for whatever the people you feel like you can't really be yourself or you have to be yourself in secret, this month you can go online. You can go on TikTok. You can go walking out, see certain, neighborhoods and stuff, and you can feel like, wow, even if you cannot come out yourself, even if you feel like you cannot truly be yourself out loud, you connect with those people who can be. And on the energy level. Because that's something, another type I'd love to talk to y'all about, but not right now. I'm trying to keep it short.
I feel like this is we gotta have to do another follow-up show. Maybe we'll do maybe we'll do we'll do this every Wednesday for this month, because I don't feel like one show really
Ain't coming out day. I'm just saying.
Yo, this it's a lot, because interestingly enough, if y'all don't know, Blues my them few.
You know what? Fuck it. Sure. Yeah. I'm giving up.
So annoying.
No, it's interesting.
Amelia.
When Blue and her partner came to stay with me, that was the first time I ever had a pride flag in my home. And it's for somebody that come from a very religious background. It was it was not, I didn't have a problem with it, but there was that thing in the back of my mind. I was like, oh my God, I've never thought of this. This was not something relevant to me until my nieces came out. And then it became a very important thing to me. Like, I always wanted to represent and have some kind of allyship, just because marginalized group, Black people in marginalized group, we have to stick together. But when it became personal to me, that's where a lot of things have changed. And I think for Pride Month, it allows people to really come to terms with some of their prejudices. Because if you see that rainbow flag and you feel upset in any way, you got work to do. Go ahead, Forbidden. I'm sorry.
No, baby, you're fine. No, I absolutely agree. I mean, for me, Pride Month is about my heritage. It's about my ancestry. It's about me, my ancestors being proud of me living my truth. That really what it is. Because I mean, I've had aunts who unfortunately committed suicide because they couldn't come out and be who they really were. Like, I have, a lot of my sweet cousins, or the gay uncle, things like that. They were persecuted, dragged, hung in front of their homes. Like, I literally get to walk outside and be me and be attracted to what I like. Yeah, we've made it far, and we are starting to, unfortunately, progress backwards, but it's different. We can have a month. And technically for all of us, it's years. It's not, this isn't just a month. This is an everyday thing
This
for
your
me. I
life.
live and breathe the colors. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like I'm my ancestors' greatest discovery. Like, I'm the one that popped up and was like, hey, I like pussy and dick too, but guess what? I could still be a human and live and be productive and be successful and still do all the things that are supposed to be hetero.
Got you. To Jocelyn, I tried to get BK on the show. He's doing something. Don't blame me. Now, I want to end off with this last question, because we live in a Christian nation, and I use I use Christian
Air quote. Okay.
in air
There is
quotes.
nothing Christian about this place.
Yes, we are well aware of that. We are well aware of that.
Hallelujah.
But the Republican and conservative movement are trying to go back to what they consider the nuclear family, which they are already erasing the genders. And I think I'm saying that right. Sexes or genders. Either way.
Sexual orientations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. They're saying it's just man and woman, and there is no spectrum of genders or sexual orientations. For you, can you still be religious and more specifically Christian if that's your faith, but religious in general, and resign that with your sexuality if it conflicts with your faith?
It doesn't conflict with my faith.
Listen, let's whoever wants to go first.
I can go first. I feel that you definitely can, but it's definitely about the environment you're in. And if you're willing to do the research by yourself, because a lot of times we are taught by a third party, a second party, the pastor, whoever you want to say, the father. And what they'll do is they'll say a very generic, very beaten down, very just they're pushing agenda version until you actually read the Bible, until you actually read the text, until you actually do the research, you find yourself. That's why there's actually a lot of priests that are like from Catholic, Christian. They're moving forward, but they're saying God never said to hate gay people. God never said any of these things. You're not supposed to be doing this. If you're doing that, that's for your own personal agenda and your own personal beliefs. Because again, at the end of the day, even if you're somebody who questions that and actually hates yourself, because I grew up hating myself in the beginning of my life because I was born Roman Catholic. I was raised Roman Catholic. We are taught brimstone and hell for just breathing wrong, especially because I'm a woman.
Best case scenario, you in purgatory.
Honestly, it's like I don't care. I don't care. All I'm saying is that for anybody, just also anybody who listens to this, realize that if you're nervous about that, do your own research. Don't just listen to the people around. The stories in the Bible, when I did my own research, made me fall back in love with the religion. If you want to do that, I'm not a religious person, but I read the Quran, I read the Bible, I read all, because I find it beautiful and fascinating because I can't connect with that. You can too, if that's your choice. But don't listen to these scary white men trying to tell you that you are nothing and you're going to die and all these dumb shit. It's white man propaganda. Just saying.
Okay.
Boom. Sorry.
No.
I get long-winded.
I have a very that was perfect because, like, for me, I have a very interesting past with religion and teaching religion. I personally, this is just Kurt. I know my actions, my personal actions, and what I engage in my day-to-day conflicts with the faith that I once represented. So as not to be a hypocrite and misrepresent that faith, I stepped away because I know I was gonna be out here fucking. And
rather be a sinner in the streets than a hypocrite in the pulpit.
Exactly.
Damn straight.
And for me, and I'm not gonna be long-winded either. But what I find important is I am tired of a lot of Christians using the scripture about not being a homosexual in the Bible, and it is in New World Translation. It is translated from y'all have to realize that translations from Aramaic and Greek and Hebrew into English aren't always true translations, but I won't even get into that with you. But what I find pertinent is they talk about the homosexual part, but they neglect that it said fornicators and adulterers well before they even got to the homosexual part. So for anybody out there that is using the Bible to justify your disdain for the lifestyle of the LGBTQ plus community, I challenge you to say, if you're out here fornicating or if you're out here cheating on your wife, you're a goddamn hypocrite. And it's got nothing to do with the Bible. It has everything to do with your own self-hate and the hate that the guilt you feel about the shit you do. And don't limit it to just sexual acts. Look through that whole Bible. There's a lot of things you ain't supposed to be doing.
God
was
forbid you
about to
lie.
piggyback off of that,
straight.
Kurt.
There
You're
you
not
go.
supposed to lie.
I
You
was
know
gonna
that,
say,
right?
I was about to piggyback
I
off of
always
that,
ask,
Kurt.
baby, if the Bible is your reasoning, which Bible?
Right.
Yeah,
There
There you
you
tell
go.
go.
me which
So
Yeah.
many
Bible
of them.
first.
Like, yeah, like people that say like, oh, homosexuality is a sin.
Do
I
you know
go,
how
oh
many
yeah,
religions there are?
I say,
Right.
keep on saying, keep on telling me that while you eating bacon.
But not even that. But if you think about it, if you take the sexuality out of everything, look at how many connections we all make, whether it's same sex or opposite sex, and it has nothing to do with getting naked and getting in the bed. You literally, like Kurt said, him and his best friend, that is a brothership. That's a bromance. But to other men, they would classify that as gay. Why?
Yeah.
A father kisses his son. A dad kisses
Yep.
his dad. Like, explain to me how any of these things, like, who the hell gave you guys the
But it's
right to
fear
start
mongering.
putting, right? You start putting these labels and these depictions of what someone should do. But guess what? Take all of that out. Take religion out. Take sexuality out, and it's literally everybody's poly. First off, because look at all the love and the connections. There's
Right,
different
that's the whole
types
other
of love
episode.
and relationships. Like,
And everybody's
it's
bisexual. Calm down.
exactly. There
Y'all
you
know
go.
the monogamous
I
is
could have
that's what
sworn there
you've
was
only been
poly in the
taught.
Bible.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, but to
No, you're
answer,
absolutely correct.
Go ahead.
It's forced. And it cracks me up when
Mhm.
hetero people ask about pride. And I'm like, whoa, you guys have been shoving this hetero narrative down our throats for the basic beginning of our life, even before when we were fucking eggs and sperm. You were already telling me what I could be. Like, so I
yeah,
mean,
like to answer for the guys, like who told us? Because these people nowadays are listening to people like, and I'm gonna say these names. They're gonna listen to the podcasts of It Is What It Is. They're gonna listen to Matthew. They're gonna listen to all these idiots on these podcasts that say like pause or ayo or ayo. That's wild to say because they are insecure in their manhood and in their sexuality and they exude little dick energy. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Good
dang.
clock it.
Gang, gang.
Damn.
God.
So if I could say one thing is that I think the deconstruction of organized religion, specifically Christianity as it is represented in our country, I think the deconstruction of it is so important because we would not have capitalism and patriarchy if they didn't have the Bible as like their weapon. I believe if more people read the Bible for themselves and gained an understanding of God and of religion, of what it's supposed to be, and how the Bible is not even a complete text, and it's one dude's interpretation of a book that has been rewritten more times than you can count, and he chopped it up
It's
and
called the King
decided that
James Version
this
for a reason.
exactly right, it's called his version. There are other versions, and I think that once we as a nation, especially for Black people, like stop demonizing other religions and really deconstruct God and what God could mean for us in our lives, like a lot of this shit would like fall apart, honestly. Like capitalism, y'all say monogamy, patriarchy, all of it, it all holds itself together, but I feel like it's a pile of cards, and once we like just start like pulling away at it, it'll all fall apart, and we'll all be more free.
If for anybody that may be religious and then you're watching this and you're like, oh, okay, well, these are heathens. They don't believe. I'm just saying.
You
oh
don't
no,
have
there's
to.
an end
I
in
was
I've
sight.
got,
almost a nun.
I
I'm just
identify as
saying.
the
I'm
whole
just saying.
fucking problem.
I got heathen tendencies. I'm just keeping it a
I
buck. But
mean, no. Like, why would anything we say, like, if your relationship with
because I
God
know
is
what
so,
Christians think. That's why.
no, but I'm saying,
Heaven
like, I
doesn't
mean, you're
want
not
me
the
and
only
hell's
person who
afraid I'll
knows
take
history.
over.
Why are Christians watching this show?
So, well, no,
Because
what I
love is
will
Shouldn't
say
you
love.
be
is,
I
doing other
mean,
things like
But hold on,
praying?
can I
Like
just finish my
praying,
point? Can I just
you
finish
know,
my
covering
point
my
real
our
quick?
my
giblets.
thing is,
Can I
if my
finish
thing
my
is,
point, please, real quick?
I'm advocating for people to understand their religion and know God
I
better,
know
and
I
if
wasn't
that's a
finished. That's
threat,
why that's before you went off. I just wanted to finish the point. And
so
then
you get to talk over me, but that's cool.
no,
Okay,
you
no, go ahead.
literally
Are you
stopped me from talking.
Patriarchy.
During
Right.
Christ.
quiet?
No, go ahead. Go
Talk.
during Pride.
Okay.
More
Sit your
bi
head,
erasure.
Never mind. Go ahead.
sit your head over behind that. Shh.
Go ahead, Tess.
Leave
Oh
Lord
no,
God.
Y'all just gonna run this crack on?
Y'all argue like the odd couple. It make me happy.
Mom and dad are fighting again.
She interrupt me and I'm wrong.
Yes.
Wildest shit I've ever seen. If you are religious, the base tenets of every faith, if you believe in God is love. That's it.
Yeah.
That is literally the very basis of every single solitary faith. Even Satanists believe that their God is love, that they love, they're one with the earth. If anything that you do, say, act out on is not in conjunction with love, much like what Tef was trying to say,
You don't know what I was trying to say.
get out of the context of what the translations and what it. Never fucking mind. Go ahead, Tef.
No, finish.
No, Tef. Continue. Finish what you was gonna say.
To be fair, that edible kicked in about 15 minutes ago.
Listen, look, now
have had enough.
Now his feelings hurt. He gonna drop out.
Oh,
No,
my Lord.
listen. Anyway, all I was saying is if advocating for people to do their own research and really like explore their relationship with God is somehow threatening to you, that is a you problem. That is a problem, or like that is a you problem. Like you should want to know God better for yourself. Everything you know about religion should come from like somebody else. A lot of people who believe in the Bible and prop it up have not really read it.
They cherry pick.
Exactly.
Right, they'll be the first ones to bust it out and be like, it says, and this,
Right.
and this, and this, and it's like, but when you just sucking pastor's dick yesterday?
We
Where that at in the Bible? Like,
and he was
When
probably
the deacons
quoting
recording
scripture to them the whole time.
Sure
All I'm
was.
saying is that
Okay.
if advocating for you knowing God better for yourself is threatening to you, that you should probably explore that. Call that lady and go get on that couch.
Not this lady though.
If I
Yeah.
could.
Well, I was trying to wrap it up by the 2-hour mark, but since we've blown past it, it doesn't matter now. So if you want to continue to have conversations,
sorry,
please
streaming
feel
Zaddy.
free. And no, it doesn't matter now. So we could just continue on. Any other points, topics that you want to?
I want to add on about the religious conversation
No,
if
go
I
ahead.
could.
Go ahead.
Hey, yo, as
to all
a
my Catholic
Black woman
people,
in the South, yes.
just remember, no matter what you do, and you have any questions about yourself, at the end of the day, as long as you tell Sky Daddy you're sad, like you're apologetic, you're back in heaven. So don't worry about it. Stop stressing out. Stop judging the people next to you. Stop doing all that shit. There's no fucking point of doing it.
I know that's right.
That's it. Because I remember growing up in the same household where I was told I was going to hell for everything. They were handing out these, I don't know if everybody knows, but it's this necklace they give kids in CCD. And pretty much the way they describe this is it is your VIP pass to heaven. Yeah. As long as you
Heck,
wear
that's
that, you're Gucci. God will let you in.
VIP pass.
VIP pass to heaven.
But isn't there? And I don't know the Catholic faith that
Yeah.
well, but isn't it like you could go to a priest and be absolved of your sins too?
Yeah,
but also if you just tell God that you're sorry before you die by yourself, you don't need actual priest or anything like that. Just say, you know what? You could do the most horrible thing in the world. You can do everything terrible. But like, you know what? My bad, bro. I just needed to have you in my heart more. And God's like, no problem, my guy. Just come sit next to me. That's literally how they promote it. And I used to tell my people in my church, whatever, like, to me, even though God is ever loving and all that good stuff, I could never be in the same place with somebody who's hurt me, who has hurt other people that I know, who does things intentionally. I don't want to be in that place. So I'm Gucci. But that's when they started doing here, just have this VIP pass. I was like, okay, thanks.
So now in 2025, what do you feel like people who are allies? I mean, the scope of things politically and just the way society is going, it's getting dangerous out here. And what they're doing, what ICE is doing with Hispanics, with what they're doing with rolling back. I mean, they're bringing back segregation
Yep.
And they already repealed Roe versus Wade, and there's a large contingency that believes that they're going to try to deconstruct same-sex marriages.
Well, did you also hear about I don't know how true it is though right now, so don't really hold to it. But like people are actually questioning history facts. Like Harriet Tubman was a real person. How they
Yeah,
put
the
it,
Harriet
somebody
Tubman conspiracy is
yeah.
going around. Yes.
Yeah, they're like, no, she wasn't real. I knew it. And the fact that people say I knew that she was fake.
There's pictures of
actual
She died.
photos of the woman.
Ronald Reagan
I
was
bet you they're
born.
calling
Like,
it AI.
Yeah.
So
That's
we had
that's
AI
the
in
I'm
the
fake.
about to say,
Technology has gotten too far.
right. I'm
like,
trying
like,
to
Just-
like, like she
But-
died around the time
Hey,
Ronald
right.
Reagan
Thank
was
you.
born.
Wait a minute, Blue.
Sarah O'Connor died for this.
So just so we clear, real person.
She's a real person, y'all.
Real human being,
Yeah.
real photograph.
She was a spy, y'all. She was that respectfully. She was
I
fucking
hope she
people
was
up.
both. But the
She
pictures
was knocking
exist.
babies out
Everything.
for the good fight.
For the
Knocking babies out
cause,
is
baby.
crazy.
For the cause.
Back in the heat.
Harriet Tubman was knocking babies out so we could make it to freedom.
But y'all
They
gotta
don't count.
understand that, like, we can laugh and joke about that, but if it's possible through propaganda to erase actual history, because remember, they're controlling what's being taught in these colleges and these high schools.
I've lived to
Shout out to Harvard for giving out free courses.
Gang.
Fight
Please
back against the
educate
man.
yourselves,
But my question to the group is, like, I know Black history, I know the Black
Mm-hmm.
Civil Rights Movement. That's things that are readily taught to me, or at least that I immerse myself in. The gay pride struggle. What are some of the historical facts and things like that that people need to be aware of? Like, I believe someone said Stonewall. I've heard of it, but I still don't really know the history behind it. And I got to do my own research. But if somebody can give me just a couple key historical points that people can research.
Yeah, that's why they say like pride started with a brick being thrown.
Yep.
And that's why, like, at like if
It
you
was
go
it was a riot.
Pride
No,
parade.
it was in a nightclub and yeah,
They
it
were
was in a
being
nightclub
beaten.
over on West 4th in New York City. And what ended up happening is that the police, somebody called and said that they were shooting up drugs, illegal, it was gay sex, and all types of things. And then they showed up with their shields and their batons, ready to take everybody out. And then it spilled out. They marched into the club, and then the gays all kind of pushed back and then formed this wall up against the bar, kind of like to say, we're done. We're done with this. Like we're taking our stand. And then someone did throw a brick, and that's how it all started. But it was a very big, major turning point.
And one of the people that we hold up is a person of trans person.
Yep. Black trans woman.
The name
Black trans at that.
Right,
Yeah.
Marsha, what was the last name?
Don't get me. I suck at names my damn self. So I just know Queen. Love it.
Yeah. No, I'm so bad. I learned today, shout out to TikTok. One of the first drag queens who started like the drag scene in Washington, D.C. was a former slave. And I was like, that's cool as
Wow.
fuck.
What?
Well,
Yeah.
I never knew that.
No, something else I learned.
It always reminds me of cornbread in the movie Life.
Now see, to Sandler's comment, Martin Luther King's speechwriter was gay, but not going to be accepted, is why he was never in the forefront. Stuff like this. James Baldwin is another person. It amazes me, people who are not familiar with Baldwin.
Shoot, Langston Hughes. Langston Hughes was
gay.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
You do the research. Langston Hughes was gay.
To be fair, if you go far enough back, all of them was a little. Everybody's bisexual. Kurt.
Everyone at the Harlem Renaissance. Shout out.
Don't you and Jocelyn ain't gonna start this shit now.
No, she's right.
Everybody isn't bisexual, but also everybody's bisexual. I get it.
Didn't they say Paul Mooney
No,
was
so
gay?
growing up in the South where there's a hard separate,
Paul,
everybody's
one of my
bisexual.
favorite comedians, and anybody that holds a mic like he does, I'm not surprised that he's gay. He's still one of the funniest. And he made Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, and Robert
Pryor.
Townsend famous. He was the joke writer for all three of those. And Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor.
Mhm.
And the sad part is, you only know Paul Mooney because of the Chappelle Show.
Actually,
Not,
I was
not
gonna say,
I'm sorry, non-comedian fans.
yeah.
I'm about to say yes.
My
Some
dad
people
had got videos of the Richard Pryor show because he was a fan of the Richard Pryor show. So my introduction to him was the Richard Pryor show that my dad would show me.
Same here.
But I think there are so many both black people who we can have pride in because they're black, but also black people who we have pride in who are also gay. Wanda Sykes is literally our Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah.
And way less problematic.
And funnier, by the way.
Oh,
That
yeah.
up.
I still don't acknowledge that one. I don't acknowledge Ellen DeGeneres at all.
Sherman
I just don't.
Hemsley, George Jefferson, Uncle Phil.
Oh yeah,
Carl Winslow.
Yep.
What?
Reginald.
Really?
Yes, he was.
I believe he is. Yeah.
James Avery.
He doesn't have a wife, that's for sure.
So I mean,
And
at the end of the day, everybody should be comfortable to be who they are. That no matter what your orientation or your political skate, mind your fucking business. For the record, this is the song she would sing when she said that I did anything gay. She was like, Uncle Kurt, you bisexual, I'd be like, I'll punch you. And then she'd be like, be who you are. You triggered me.
Who you are.
Go ahead on, Blue.
One thing I would like to also put out too is, so especially with everything being dangerously erasing, right? The government's erasing a lot of things. I feel like this is a responsibility now we have of people who are open, who have the ability to create those safe space. Sorry, I have a train coming over here. But when be that safe space that we didn't have, right? Be that option, because here's the thing. One thing I really work on with family members who are very anti-gay, who are very whatever, especially like when it comes to gender roles and stuff like that. We have the responsibility now to be the aunts and uncles, to be the safe space, to be the cousins, to be the neighbor, to be whoever we need to be. Like, no, you can be yourself around me. You could, I can guide you to where you need to go, this and that. Write down the stories, whatever you feel like you need to do in order to make sure that we are always still going to be here. Not that we're not going to be, but I have a great fear that we're going to go back into the closet forcefully for a lot of us out of safety. And I feel like it's going to be backpedaling for a lot of younger individuals now who are discovering themselves.
Agreed.
And feel like they can't be themselves, which also breeds rage, which breeds negative emotions that is going to have them in a way where they're going to hate. They're usually, that's why they say, like, especially, well, I don't know for everybody, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I know for me, every time I had somebody used to gay bash me in any form of fashion, even when I wasn't out yet, being called horrible names about things because I was a tomboy and I was like all that stuff. And they would just be like, I'd be like, oh, bro, like, you're probably just gay. Like, just fucking get over it. Like, just acknowledge it. If you're not, if you're curious, maybe you don't understand, whatever the case. I've always been that person. I'm way too nice half the time, but I'm also not, to be fair. Because, like I said, I'm usually, I give people the opportunity to educate themselves first, because at the end of the day, we also are not responsible for other people. But I feel like we're going to have to push that a little bit, because again, Google's free. Guess what? I have a great fear again that they're going to start erasing things online too. We have to start being that open space for people. I feel like I'm talking in a circle, but
no.
I don't know.
I think you make that's a valid point. At the end of the day, especially for allies, and I can tell you as somebody who says something problematic at least every 5 seconds I'm talking, you have to be open to correction and not offended. And I think, like, the biggest thing with pronouns. Well, why do I got to remember all this shit? Because it's being respectful of those that are around you. People exist in society the same way. You don't say nigger because you know somebody might punch you in your mouth. It's the equivalency of misgendering a person or not using proper pronouns. It could be that offensive. And I use that extreme because for Black people, that's the way I have to always use a lot of the things that we do incorrectly with the LGBTQ plus community and use a correlation to racism because it's something that we understand easily. And unfortunately, well, at least for me personally, I'm just talking about my personal perspective
that
on
long
things.
ago.
But most Black people can understand. If you don't understand patriarchy, then you absolutely understand privilege. If I say, hey, patriarchy is the equivalent of white privilege, oh, you can make that correlation. You may not understand patriarchy, but you damn sure know what white privilege is. And that's the way women feel. So if you have problems explaining things to a lot of people who are like me, sometimes using that correlation will help people better understand and come along. Because like Jazz says, no, nobody should educate you on the right thing to do. Just like we get tired of educating white people, they get tired of educating people who are not a part of the LGBTQ plus community. Also, be open to learning.
Yeah. I find the fastest way to get people to understand pronouns is by calling them the wrong pronoun on purpose. Because straight people get so mad, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's so. Oh, so you do identify, so you do understand the difference between.
So it is important.
Yeah,
it is
so
important.
it is
important.
It is important. That's so crazy. Yes, ma'am. Oh,
You
sir,
taught me something.
Oh,
Right.
wow. Cool.
Yeah, and social media makes that really, really difficult because, like TikTok, there was a viral video of a trans woman who a waitress kept misgendering them. Now, once maybe you didn't perceive it, maybe you didn't perceive the person properly.
Yeah.
But once that person corrects you, now you're on the hook because you should know better.
Right.
And I think that there has to be not a lot of grace. I'm not saying a lot of grace, but there has to be some grace on both ends because you're talking about deconstructing things that are so deeply ingrained in society that it's been around for eons. Go ahead, Forbidden.
So I'm going to come from the medical background. So we, in the psych field, we definitely had a lot of people who were trans that would come in and their parents didn't do the proper steps of getting the name changed, of getting the gender changed. So you have a nurse that comes in and says, hey, I'm nurse so-and-so, hey, Bobby, and Bobby goes by Patricia. So now you have a volatile, angry patient who didn't need medication, who didn't need to be restrained, but because those extra steps. So I feel like sometimes, not to say like sometimes certain family members do things or certain people do things. So yeah, I say yes. Right. You know what I'm saying? You have to think about, if you say you're an ally and you support, then yes, be open to being corrected because you don't know until they tell you. You know, especially if it's like they change their name and now the dead name is no longer something that they identify as. Learn what a dead name means. So absolutely take those steps to learn. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I also say in the same sense, if you have not done the steps, you cannot get upset when someone who does not know you messes up.
Exactly.
They don't know. It's not. They're not an enemy. They just don't know. So you got to kind of correct and be mindful and just a little grace. Like I agree with you, grace.
No, to piggyback on that, I remember my first. I guess I could say I misgendered someone, at least openly, because I could have done it in the past and not known. It was a coworker, and me, like I said, I'm old school brain sometimes. So I see somebody who's femme presenting to me with a very big chest, very big behind, you know what I mean? All that good shit. But they identify as mass, they identify as man, he, him. I didn't know that. So I think I said something like, oh yeah, she's over there. But usually what I'll do to be safe, I'll say their name. I'll just say the name if I know it. However, I do that. And I remember that person hated me like for the rest of the time. And I was like, but I approached them on the side. I was like, look, first of all, I'm part of the community. So I understand why you would get frustrated, but I did not know. Now I do know. I'm going to make sure that I do correct myself and I do, properly do your pronouns and all that shit. But again, I think some people just get so up in arms because they're used to being disrespected. And I also understand that, right?
Mhm.
As a brown woman myself, I want to be disrespected a lot. I understand. However, not everybody is your enemy. Some people just don't know. Some
Yeah, that's
people
the other
are,
side
it's
of things.
very new. Like I said, I come from 89, 90s. That's still like kerfuffled in my head. And I'm not just an ally, I'm part of the community. Of course, I'm not a trans person, so I don't like speaking on that. But like from my experience with them, with the individuals, I still fuck up too. And guess what? Correct me. I don't mind, but have grace because if not, we could fight. I don't give a shit.
Listen, having my nieces move in with me was the biggest culture shock I ever had in my life. I was like, don't smile. Shut up. the amount of times I heard, you can't say that, Uncle Kurt. You can't say that. I said, why the fuck can I? This is my goddamn
you're
house.
a walking PR problem.
That's why we're not famous yet, because I'm not ready. I'm just
We
not
ain't never
ready.
getting that Disney money.
No, he never getting that Disney money. But what I will say is, I have had more growth in that respect, and it is forced growth because I love them. I love them immensely. So if this is who they are as people, then now like I said, it became personal, and it doesn't have to be personal. Like really, it's about just a mutual respect. The world changes. The world been changing. Remember, at one point, black people weren't considered human beings. Yes, white folks had to start accepting
property.
Yeah, white folks.
Acceptable
Think about
on
this.
your taxes, my boy.
For y'all that, and I love, again, I'm putting it in the racist context.
Yeah.
For y'all that are not accepting people's pronouns, lifestyles, y'all are the equivalent of the Confederates who said them niggas are still slaves and they still property, they still not human. If that mortifies you, if that mortifies you, if the thought of you being compared to one of those Confederates that did not want to accept that black people are people, that's what you are now. You are the modern day version of that.
Bigotry.
Go ahead, Denzel.
To piggyback on, like you say, like you equate it to racism and everything. I say this to people. I go, think about the same when a white person gets caught out for being racist. What's the first thing they say? Oh, I'm not racist. I have black friends.
Yeah.
You flip the script.
You racist.
Oh, I'm not transphobic.
My nieces are like, that don't mean nothing, nigga. You still prejudiced. Get out of here.
Right. So it's like, so if you can understand that if a white person says, oh, I'm not racist, I have black friends, you know that white person is racist, then how is it any different from if you flip the script? Case in point, Lil Boosie. Again, I'm gonna say names and I'm gonna call them out. Lil Boosie.
He don't watch the show. It won't matter.
Right. Oh, I'm not homophobic.
I'm just saying.
I got employees that's gay. I got a daughter that's gay. Yes, but yet you still had grown women perform sexual acts on your 13-year-old boys because you wanted them to grow up to be straight. Make it make sense.
Well, he's a criminal.
Yeah,
pedophilia.
He's an ignorant individual. So in my side of town, I guess we got a phrase like, there's a difference between black people and niggas. Boosie is a nigga.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He indulges in nigga activities.
Yeah, you can.
Just ignorant individual shit.
Anytime we bring up Boosie, just think of this.
Oh, Shaft!
Oh, yeah.
What happened to your Shaft?
There is powerful niggardry at work here.
That is the gist.
So, I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry.
We're about to wrap up.
Okay.
We get ready to get out of here anyway. We're at the 2.5 hour mark. I just wanted to thank everybody for coming on the panel and supporting not only Pride Month, but also putting your lives, your orientations, your everyday as fodder for people to educate themselves. Before you get out of here, Jazz, because I know you're running, could you let everybody know where to follow and support you?
All right. So again, Miss J, aka Jazz, Sexually Speaking podcast. I also have another podcast about spicy books, but we're working on some things right now. You can follow me on Sexually Speaking or Sexually.Speaking on IG or any of our accounts, or you can find me on Obey Miss J if you like kinky shit. You can.
Woo.
Okay. But my ex, you got to pay. I'm just saying, there's a lot of stuff on there. So anywho, yeah, and if you're gonna go to, we just got accepted. Actually, sexually speaking, just got accepted to Northeast Kink Conference. So if you're gonna be there in July, come hang out with us. We're gonna be interviewing the official podcast of them, so you can come hang out with us.
I'm already looking for you on X. Anyway, all right. So
you couldn't handle it. You'll explode right now. I'm just saying.
Oh my!
Listen, oh my! I do declare.
Oh,
All right.
Happy Pride.
For any,
Happy Pride.
Angel, is there anywhere that anybody need where they can follow and support you?
Oh yes, me. You can find me on Instagram at Nicole_.
All right, Shiv.
You guys can follow me at Black Shivers Nerd on Instagram, TikTok. It is Black Shivers Nerd on YouTube and Twitch, and keep it locked on the YouTube and Twitch because I got some things coming down the pipeline. I just recorded some playthroughs, so you notified.
Pipeline. All right, Forbidden.
I hate you, Kurt.
You're childish.
Yeah. Nah, it's more fun this way.
I'm not with all of that. Just hit my DM.
There it is.
Just dig
Blue hacking in.
I just yeah, you can find me everywhere at Blue Panjine. And on TikTok at Blue Skidoo.
We can too.
Blue Skidoo.
Hey, if Blue Skidoo, we can too.
Blue Skidoo is everything. I promise I'm coming to a show. I've been busy, but I promise I'm coming to a show.
It tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. Blue is booked all weekend. You can find me everywhere in the neighborhood.
I know that's right.
Your neighborhood is wild.
Murder Merds. Talk to him.
Bluey! Out of order. All right, so you can follow me on. All right, I didn't pay my light bill. I didn't pay my light bill.
Turn them off,
please. Yeah. But anyways, I'm on Facebook as C Murder Merds, and on Instagram as c.murda.murda. Right? Follow me everywhere. TikTok, I am that girl Carolyn, DATGIRLCAROLYN. So, love y'all.
The infamous one who I appreciate for gracing us with your presence once again. Could you tell everybody where to follow, support you? Meek.
Oh, I just work here. Hi, guys. My Instagram is listed right here down below. That edible kicked in a long time ago. I love you. Bye.
She was like, and that's my cue.
Teffy
Wonder, could you take us home?
What's up, guys? It's at Teffy Wonder. You can follow me on my Instagram and TikTok. It's where I'm the most active. A bitch been broke, but we finna go back to the movies. I'm finna bring these movie reviews back to
I love her dedication.
Listen.
She's still focused and present. Look at her.
Listen, I'm trying. No, I'm gonna go see Final Destination. I got that in the tuck for y'all. I swear. And I'm getting started already on my 31 days of Halloween. Because y'all niggas not finna have me stressed out this year like I was last year. Okay?
Put some more mermaid on the calendar. It's gonna be all right, baby.
I'm working on it. Unfortunately, one opportunity kind of fell through. Hoping to get into Philly FatCon to perform or speak. That would be really dope. But you can catch me in October at my studios Halloween showcase. I'm already training and I'm gonna cosplay again. I'm just looking for something. I'm trying to get something like flashy and cool for y'all. So make sure y'all follow me. You'll see all the things. You can follow me on Facebook at my fan page, Teffy Wonder the Mocha Mermaid. I love you guys, but I just deleted a fucking friend request today. That's my purse. I don't know you. Shout out to John Redcorn.
Let's rumble.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Yeah, big shout out to John Redcorn. As always, keep it locked into the Head Nerds in Charge. We will be back next week, and we're going to be bringing you gay shit all month long. In the words of one of my favorite people, Quinta Brunson, if you got a problem with the LGBTQ plus community, I leave you with this quote: "Niggas be gay." That's it. See y'all next week.